What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later.
What's up, guys? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Q&A show with Q and Anton. I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Please hit the like button because it is free. And we do appreciate you guys here with us every Monday night because, you guys are loyal to us. And, if you're interested in joining the panel, you have to DM me on IG and just say panel. And if you already been on here, please be patient, okay? I'm cycling through new guys. Ladies, if you're interested, please hit me up in my DMs. Just say panel so I can know you're interested in being on the panel because we need more ladies that are interested in coming on here. But how is the panelists doing this evening? How are you guys?
Good. Chilling.
Wow.
Yeah, we here.
Okay, well, I hope y'all not as quiet for the topic, okay? But to start us off, we do have one super chat, so I'll read that real quickly, get that out the way, and then we can start with the first topic. Stan Means Man says, got banned from super chatting. Who banned you? Because I didn't ban you. Anton didn't ban you, but if you were banned, you wouldn't be able to send it. So we do appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. And we do appreciate you guys here that's in the chat. We see you guys. We appreciate you guys. And yes, I'm a little sick. Sorry. But did you guys hear about the Epstein files being released?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's watch this little clip about it. Then we're going to talk about it.
Where they're giving that money out to these people that are in the most dire straits of poverty and sickness, and told them that the money was coming from class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
Was tier 1's the highest and worst?
No,
I'm the lowest.
I'm the lowest.
You're the lowest. Okay, tier 1, you're the lowest. But a criminal.
Yes.
That the money came from them. What percentage of people do you estimate? I understand you don't like probabilities. Do you estimate would say, I don't care, I want the money for my children?
I would say everyone said, I want the money for my children.
Did they know where the money came from?
I think if you told them,
I
told them the devil,
100%.
The devil
himself
said, I'm going to exchange some dollars for your child's life.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question.
Do
you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember the devil is somebody knows.
Smart?
The devil's brilliant. You read Milton's Paradise Lost.
The devil scares me.
Satan is at the number 1 or 2 archangel, and the reason he goes to hell and leads the rebellion is because he can't be the top guy. And his thing is, I'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven.
I saw that in a movie once called American Dharma. I don't remember who said it. Okay, we have to go.
Okay, good.
Okay. Like a regular old white man.
Do you guys think that Jeffrey Epstein is the devil, and is his behavior common in today's society?
I don't think he's the devil. I don't think he's the devil. I don't know. I really don't believe in that stuff, but if I know what you're saying, but I don't think
Devil,
he's
God
the
and
devil.
devil?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I believe because I'm scared not to, but you know what I'm saying. I don't see any evidence. But I don't think he's the. I don't think he's the devil. But
I don't think your microphone is on, Shampoo.
No, I can hear him. You can't hear him, Anton?
No, I can hear him. It just seems like the mic.
Oh wait, let me see. On my end, I'm good.
Yeah, he's loud on my end.
Okay, that's cool.
Can you hear? Can you hear me?
I just landed. I'm about to be at the crib in a minute, so I'm.
Okay.
I'm leaving the airport, so I might be off.
Okay.
I'm on my iPad.
Yeah, you sound far away. A little bit. But what were you saying?
I think he's a powerful man and smart, cunning, and because I saw a lot of clips of him talking about finances and stuff. But I mean, the other side is crazy. But I think a lot of people are like that. I think it's kind of normal in their world.
Wasn't Ted Bundy kind of the same way? He was smart, handsome, but also killing a whole bunch of women.
That guy in that movie, in that series.
Yeah, I mean that's fake, but yeah.
I think the lack of remorse for his actions is a common thing with people nowadays. They just do what they want, and they don't really expect certain consequences, and they have no remorse for their actions. I think that's a common thing.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks he's the devil. I don't think he thinks he's the devil.
Of course, because he thinks what he's been doing is justified and is right. So of course, just like these whatever, they don't think they're in the wrong too when they abuse kids or whatever. So I wouldn't think he would think of himself in that way.
Well, didn't he say though in the clip that he had a very good mirror, and he was like, he was kind of like insinuating that he knew what he was doing was kind of off.
I'm not
no remorse
when you said that.
What's that?
Is it Say Wine?
Yes.
Say Wine. I thought the absolute same thing. If he's not the devil, he's definitely demonic. And I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt so bad, but just his commentary in that. I mean, because at the end of the day, did Epstein do some horrible things? But at the end of the day, we are all fallible. We all sin. We all
no.
I'm not saying it's at the same level.
No, don't clean him up. Don't clean him up.
I'm not cleaning him up, but what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, he's still a human being who's fallible, right? But his comments, like, well, I have a very good mirror. It was almost like he was being funny about it. Like it was, like he knows it. And like I do believe there are demonic beings that walk through.
He was measuring 14-year-olds' vaginas.
Right. We're saying he's an evil human being, and we're saying he knows that. He knows.
Yeah, but you were sounding like you was going to forgive him. You sounded like you was going to forgive him.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I think it was supply and demand. He saw that there was a demand, and thus for he supplied it. And because of that, he doesn't feel like he was doing anything wrong. Do companies do things wrong when they're supplying a need?
I don't think he's even was tripping off it at all. Just based on I mean, like I forget who said this, but it's just like what's the dude's name that made the movie, Nicolas Cage, a War. Those type of men where he sells like arms, or in this particular case, smecks to women. They don't feel like they're doing anything wrong. They just kind of like, oh, I'm selling this product, and if people die behind it, oh well. They look at it like they selling cigarettes.
But don't you know they doing something wrong? They know. I can't say what people know, but I'm not going to believe that you doing all of these heinous things, especially to underage kids, and you not know, because we can't get in nobody's brain. But if we saying he the devil, I wouldn't say he the devil. I don't think I think some people are devils, and then I think some people are absolutely used by evil demonic forces.
And lust.
And if he said that he was scared of the devil, so that would insinuate to me that he knows him personally.
Yeah.
Enough to be scared of him. So he is familiar, and he know now if he believes in worshiping Satan, then he probably don't think anything wrong. But I don't know. Everybody's saying they don't know, they don't think it's wrong. Some, and I think a small percentage, most people know they're doing wrong because that's why they hide it. So.
Yeah, Epstein absolutely knows what he was doing and what he did. I don't believe that he didn't think that what he was doing wasn't wrong.
Right.
Now, whether or not he saw an issue with it, that's up for debate. But just based off of his commentary, his demeanor, he knew that the stuff that he was doing. But you know what I realized too? Some people are so deep in that kind of stuff that they just kind of acquiesce to it, or they just say, you know what, I'm just a bad, evil human being, and this is just my life, and this is just what it is. And some people become content with that.
Or they deserve it. Like, you know, some guys, some people like that think that the kids or the victims involved deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like he's doing them a favor by inserting
like
that's wild. He's doing them a favor. That's wild.
No, I mean his mind, like
yeah. I'm just saying, for a person to think like that, that's crazy.
I think that he thought in some retrospect that he was doing them a favor, and that's the reason why he sought after a certain type of young lady that was, you know,
downtrodden,
didn't have a father, or kind of had a
bad
background or bad bringing. I mean, he was particular.
But it is hard to believe, like when you see the no disrespect, but when you see the victims now, and they like old, you can't believe somebody molested them. Like, you old.
Well, I mean, with shampoo, it all still works the same.
What is a molested
you're not
victim look like?
You're not molestable.
What, you know what?
Damn.
It's not funny, shampoo.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Anton, that's not funny.
Now she's molestable.
Oh man,
It's not
this guy
funny.
is wild.
You do want to know.
I know what you're saying, shampoo.
That was
Yo, what's not molestable? I just want to know.
Yeah,
Well, they didn't look like
Hey, you seen a couple of them today. You say, oh no, not her. We can ride around the car and point them out.
Oh man.
But she molestable. That's funny. But nah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, it's great. But I don't want to give him no respect, but I will say that he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't give up the goods on anybody, really. You know what I'm saying? He could have.
I don't think he got the chance.
Give up the what?
Like, you know, he didn't implicate people like anybody else would.
I think that if he implicated people, his life would be more in more
danger.
Harm. In danger.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying he when he killed the day when he, like, you know, 2 days before he killed himself or whatever happened to him, he could have started saying all kind of stuff. But
yeah, but how do you know he killed himself? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Imagine.
No, that's what I said.
That man ain't kill himself.
Nah, he ain't kill himself.
Imagine someone more powerful. Like, why they're not gonna snitch? Like, that's of course. So
well, to be honest, we don't know. We have to go by what the what the law said, the officials said that he killed himself. So
no, we don't.
We don't
know.
Shit.
Why are you going by officials? Officials be lying. Politicians.
The
be
officials.
lying.
Yeah.
Literally, there's officials.
And then the camera all of a sudden just don't work in a cell.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah,
there's
like,
officials that's in the files. Like, you really think we should believe higher ups and everything that they tell us just because whatever?
I don't believe that that Epstein and Maxwell. I don't think those two are the only ones that
so
should
that
be
they
in
could
prison.
kill him. That's the whole point. That's they did. They
But I mean, come on now. There's so
he
many
just killed
ways.
him.
There's so many ways they could have took him out though. He could
I don't
have
believe in conspiracy
tried
theories.
anywhere. They went to jail.
But Jess, you got to they have to put on a show. It's all a
It's all
facade.
theater. It's all
You
theater
gotta,
now.
you
I mean, he
gotta.
could have mysteriously crashed his car. Anything. They put it
Come
for the
on.
beautiful Diana.
For what reason? Nobody. Okay, this is the thing, and
Let's
this is
not get
where
into
people be trying to.
conspiracies.
Yeah, people be trying to do the whole, oh, it's a conspiracy, it's a conspiracy.
He
But
killed
these
himself.
files, these files are literally out now. They're naming a whole bunch of celebrities that we were very fond of. A lot of people are very fond of. Everybody wants to just point out Trump, but then nobody wants to consider, okay, him not killing himself, him actually getting killed by other higher ups. Nobody wants to consider, why is Jay-Z in there? Why is this person in there? Why is Mondani's mother? Hold on, why is Mondani's mother mentioned in there so many times? Nobody wants to talk about that, but we all want to talk about just the other stuff that we feel comfortable actually leaning into. No, lean into all of it. All of this is a big shit show. Like, everything is hitting the fan, and we're actually learning more about the darker side. I personally believe that he is one of the devil's minions. I wouldn't go as far as to say, oh, he's Satan himself, but I will go as to say, like, yeah, he's definitely made deals with the devil.
I felt like.
Hold on, let me say this. To be mentioned in documents doesn't mean implication, right?
Absolutely.
Like if you're looking at the actual context of a lot of the documents, and I don't even like Mamdani, but his mother was just invited to an after party after a film because she's a director, and so she was invited to an after party, and so to send an email and say, hey, did such and such get in safe, or who was at the party, who was on the attendance list. I don't think that means implication at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we gotta start reading the documents and actually looking at what is being said.
No, I definitely agree for sure, Anton, because in the document, whenever it was mentioning George Bush, he got specific. So if it's nothing specific where it's like this person, did this to babies or this to females, if it doesn't say it specifically, I'm not gonna be like, okay, yeah, they just doing everything that he's doing. But I know for sure George Bush definitely is in that thing saying what he did, and I'm like,
saying what who did? What are you talking about?
Now, I'm a nosy
You said Jay-Z. Everybody going, because as soon as somebody's black, all the black people want to jump on the black guy. But Jay-Z had nothing to do with that. Jay-Z wasn't even big when he wasn't
honestly,
he was just
no,
listen, wait, I'm talking. He said he was on a list. He was on a complainants list, and it got screwed up into that. He had nothing to do with that. Jay-Z had nothing to do with that.
Listen, you can try to take up. You can try to take up for people that you want to take up.
And you can try to take them down.
You can try to take up for people that whoever you want to. If they black, Mexican, whoever it is, I don't care. Care. All I know is outside of these files, there's other people that are talking about this. There's a black woman that actually talks about stuff that she's experienced because she used to be one of the children that was trafficked. So she is literally
files.
I'm talking about outside. Listen to what I'm saying, because you're just trying to talk. You're just trying to talk.
Yeah, but there's no black people on the island. There was no black kids there.
Yes, there was.
No, there wasn't. No, there wasn't.
You don't know what you're talking about.
There were no niggas there.
Just really quick. Just be quiet. Just zip.
Oh my God.
There's a black woman that literally has been in these rings. And she has been telling it all and been on the run for her life for years. And she literally mentioned that Biden was one of them that actually did something to her. So y'all sit here and talking about all this stuff. Oh, they in the files. Oh, they're saying this and that. They can say whatever they want. All I know is, why does Jay-Z have the same imprint on his hoodie as Ellen DeGeneres of a bloody looking drawing or whatever? What does that emblem mean? Nobody's going to know that because that's not in Epstein files. It's outside of the Epstein files. You would have to know way more outside of that to know what's actually going on.
Haven't some of the girls came out and actually testified to this already too?
Well, I'm a person that's nosy, so I actually went to the Department of Justice. I have the website pulled up. I spent hours on Saturday watching video, going through the different photos that they made available on the website. I even have the document, the unclassified Federal Bureau of Investigation crisis intake form that was taken on 7/10 of 2019. Where it mentions Jay-Z and
that was a complaint.
Hold on, I went and got the information myself. I didn't take anybody's word for it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're right because you got it yourself. You're not an investigator.
But I mean, I went to the website and that's where I got it.
So go to the website is bullshit.
It might not.
Well, people actually like to read instead of just speculate. People read. Reading is very fundamental. If you're not reading, you'll never know anything.
So shampoo.
You'll never know anything. You'll never know anything. That's
so shampoo. I
know everything.
You don't. You don't.
I know everything.
You don't.
Shampoo. I got a question for you. I know
that.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Y'all do one mic.
All right. Complaints. Do you know there's been a lot of complaints put out? There's been complaints even recently in the most recent years that people making and calling in about the president that wasn't ever there before. So it's all type of reasons people make complaints. We already know about the Me Too movement. Now, I'm not saying I'm never going to take up for Jay-Z because I do believe that they're in some demonic witchcraft things. But when it comes to these Epstein files, I really think we just need to be really careful, because if that's the case, then we just like everybody else and could just say the president of and I don't believe it's true.
They said president.
I can't look at everybody. I just think everything individual. So I don't think we should go so hard on this person versus Prince Andrew. And at the end of the day, none of it is going to all come out, because the whole world economy would probably crash if everybody came out in those files. So
they said that President Trump was measuring girls' vaginas.
Yeah,
I don't believe that. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? No. You believe Jay-Z?
The Epstein files do not say that. People were saying
one did it, they all did it. They all did it.
So my question though,
they all did it.
My question though is, if we're not believing the actual files, then where do we start from? Where do we get our footing from?
We're not saying we don't believe the files, but we also know that we being played with in front of our face at the same time.
Just because people were there doesn't mean they were implicated in what he was doing.
When they have hardcore evidence on somebody. And we got things in my view, but there's nothing gonna happen with it. You got Prince Andrew land over some chick, look like she incapacitated on the ground. Ain't nothing happened to him. You got Bill Clinton. Nothing gonna happen to these people.
Right. So my question for you, or my question for y'all, is what is our obsession with these files, right? Okay, so now we know the information, then what? Like, what do we want to happen?
Well, it really depends on who it implicates, because if these people are making law, well, if these people are making laws and holding us to a standard, in this society, then they're doing the complete opposite. Why are we not holding them accountable too?
But why don't you?
Why shouldn't the,
hold on,
no. I'm saying, why shouldn't the laws that we have to abide by actually they not have to abide by them too. So yes, I think we should hold them to that standard. And if, you know, they are the people who they say they are, and there's something, you know, to this, then you need to hold, not only do we need to hold you accountable, but you need to hold yourself accountable, because you talk
who's
all
gonna
that
hold
good
them? I want to say something. Who's gonna hold who accountable? I don't understand. They just shut the whole shit down. The Trump
No, just
administration
get
said
rid
ain't
of
no
the
more.
people.
Wait, hang on. I'm talking. You told me to hold on. You hold on.
You always interrupting people.
Yeah,
Shampoo,
but you
cut
said
that shit off. You could cut that
because
out for real.
yeah, because
you always cutting people off.
Yeah, because if you're talking nonsense, you can't do that up here. You can't be talking Jay-Z and all that. Come on, knock it off. You gotta have facts. You telling me what you believe happened.
You
know
just want to ride with New York. Go ahead, ride with New York. Go ahead.
Everybody wanted to be next to Epstein. Let's start right there. Because he had money, he had the islands.
They had money too.
Yo, go ahead. Talk.
So, Shampoo, you telling me that you don't
had money too? You not making a point, Chrissy Teigen.
I am making
Are
a
you
point.
serious, Chrissy Teigen? So Chrissy didn't have money. Did Chrissy have money or not when she was by Epstein?
What are you talking about money for?
Did John Legend have money when they were by Epstein?
Who cares?
How is it just about money? It's
who
not.
Cares? But who cares? Everybody want to be. He knew about the financial. He knew about the markets on Wall Street. Put that pedophile shit aside. He had knowledge about Wall Street and how money goes.
I can't put the pedo stuff aside.
But they did.
And
wait.
I believe I'm hearing this.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let's get this out. There's people that had nothing to do with the pedophilia side of him, but had something to do with learning and knowing how the market's going in business with him.
I can absolutely agree to that.
That's why they don't want to come out.
Shampoo is absolutely correct, and a lot of people missing it.
I think that was the cover story. I'm sorry. I think that was the cover story.
He was a mathematician.
Until he made
yes,
it.
They got the.
Once he got people.
She don't listen. She don't listen to Anton.
He went in and he supplied what they were demanding.
See, that's all. She's fixated on the pedophilia. She fixated.
I mean, how can
my
you
question?
Not
it's not just pedophilia, Shampoo. That's what you're not even understanding. It's not just pedophilia. It's far worse than pedophilia. It's far worse. It's far worse than pedophilia. It's not the only thing. They dismember babies. They have dismembered. They've dismembered babies. They've dismembered babies. Ate feces out of their intestines.
Your veins are coming out your neck.
How is that pedophilia? How is that just pedophilia? Eating feces out of a dismembered baby? That is not pedophilia. It's far worse than that. So please cut it out. You don't know nothing you're talking about. You're not even reading the documents. You're not even reading it. So why are you even talking? You have nothing to stand on.
The fuck you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
The fuck you talking to?
You want to act like you know
it. You ain't no man. You talking to me like I'm some fucking bitch.
You the one coming at me.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I'll let you tell me to shut the fuck up.
Saywan got questions. Saywan got a question. Go ahead, Saywan.
I got a question for Shampoo.
I'll be damned if I let a bitch tell me to shut up.
Shampoo, let's not hit the B word. Let's not the B word. Let's keep it. Let's keep it one. I don't even know. Okay. Go ahead. I muted you, Shampoo. Go ahead, Saywan.
Hold on. Okay. Y'all missing a bigger picture of what Shampoo is trying to communicate. And it's so easy for y'all to get stuck on one thing and y'all missing a whole conversation. What he's trying to say is he's not discounting and saying that the pedo stuff is not important. He's saying that you talking about people that are controlling markets. You're talking about people who have access to be able to determine who get food and who don't. You're talking about the absolute most ultimate power to have multiple different presidents in your hand, to be able to bring certain people together, to determine whether a country suffers or whether a country can eat. Like you talking about world power and domination. So of course we are going to be sensationalized and caught up in all of the celebrities and the pedo stuff. And again, it doesn't discount it, but what he's saying is that there's a bigger conversation that we're not having because we're so fixated on only that thing. That's what Shampoo is trying to say. You asked the question, why would people want to have access, or why would people want to be invited or involved? Because there's people that's mentioned in the documents that had nothing to do with the pedo stuff, right?
Exactly.
That's a question.
I think including Donald Trump. I don't think he had nothing to do with it either. He had the other side, the money.
How are y'all assuming that though?
Because
what?
How can he just said Donald Trump, but how can you assume we don't know?
How can we assume what? I'm not understanding
Donald
what you're
Trump,
saying.
he said that he don't think Donald Trump knew of any of that. So
I didn't say he didn't know. I'm saying I don't think he had I don't think he participated in that. When he got away from when Donald Trump is on the other side, the markets, like Anton is saying, there's a lot of powerful people, and they look the other way at the pedo stuff, which is wrong. And some of them probably didn't even know about that side of him. But he was so knowledgeable and had so much influence that we'll put that aside and let's talk to him about that.
I could definitely agree with you and say that absolutely people were there for other reasons other than the pedo stuff. But it was just my understanding from when I was listening to you, Shampoo, it sounded like you were saying you don't believe that there was no pedo stuff at all. And I just want to make sure.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I
was just checking.
As black people, we get very emotional over the pedo stuff. Oh, those poor kids and stuff, which that's how you're supposed to react. But if you're thinking like them, they're just objects to stick something in, that's it, and then we're gonna have the meeting and all of that stuff. But when it got too thick, that's when he got locked up. He got convicted before and got a light sentence for the same thing. Yeah. And people were still around him because he was valuable, not for the pedo stuff, but for other stuff. Just like Anton said, how people they got a way of controlling everybody so they don't look at them. There's people that in government, in high places that are designed that know how to keep people in their place. Get them a raise, keep them happy with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
But Shampoo, the celebrities that were involved in that, and I'm not saying that they were involved in the pedo stuff at all, but the celebrities, I think they're looking at it from a perspective of, you know what? I know I didn't do anything there as far as, messing with girls, but just it looked ugly just to be associated with him at all. And
who said that?
No, I'm saying that that's how the celebrities might actually feel that were at the parties, the politicians who were at the event.
But they didn't feel like that then.
They only felt like it because they got caught. But I also think there's some celebrities and politicians that turned a blind eye, even though they knew what was going on. Just like in the community, y'all know y'all got that uncle that does whoop-de-whoop, but you turn a blind eye. So there's going to be some of those people that's on that list that turned a blind eye because he was rich and powerful and he could get you in the door, but they knew what he was doing behind doors. So it's like we're all speculating, no, that couldn't have happened. He couldn't have done that, but we just don't know. So I mean,
because we wouldn't do that.
There's all little backdoor deals, and when the money get higher, the deals get bigger.
It's the power. People are gonna turn a blind eye and be like, you know what, I see what he's doing. I mean, a lot of these up there people are doing some shady stuff, and people are looking past it because they got power, because they got money.
So what do you think about What do you think about the government shutting this down? Like, there's no more to see here. It's no,
You
that's
know why?
it.
Because some people in the government is probably on that list too.
Yeah.
Like there are some powerful people that are probably
Democrats, Republicans, everybody.
Yeah. So
that's why they have that guy forgot his name, Roe Conner. I can't remember his name. Indian guy.
Roe Conner.
Roe Conner and that Republican Massey. They are getting together. Those two are dangerous to them, to the powers that be. Those two are the most dangerous. That Republican Massey and Roe Conner. You know what I'm saying? He probably owned a 7-Eleven. Now I'm just playing. But those two people are the ones that's going to blow this thing up. If it gets blown up, because they're not letting go.
I was gonna ask how important is these files to y'all come out? Like, I'm just curious.
Me, I like it. I want to see it.
No, I mean like
this much.
I mean, it's not going to really change. At the end of the day, somebody is going to replace him for everything he had going on. And the same people are going to congregate around this new person to do the same exact thing.
Same thing. It's like a game.
It's a game. It's not going to change nothing at all.
The game.
Yeah, it's still going on right now. So, I mean,
we want to see. We want to see.
It gives us. It gives.
It's always going to be a lie. It's always going to be a reason to cover up something else, take the eyeball off whatever else going on, like the fraud and
When you see a car accident and you ride by, aren't you disappointed that you didn't see any dead bodies?
No.
I get disappointed. I said, damn, all this shit, I ain't see nothing.
No, I'm actually happy.
Yo, I've been on this long time and I ain't see nobody head cut off.
I think people was excited about the releasing of the files because it gives them the illusion of accountability. It gives them the illusion that something is being revealed that was so secretive and blah, blah, blah. It's all like a false hope. It's a false hope to try to trust in something again.
When the files came out, I said, oh, it's just a distraction. That's a conspiracy theorist in me. I said, what are they wanting to distract us from that they're releasing these files now? So there's something else that we're missing.
What was going on at the time? Because I think when we had the panel, we thought the same thing. It was something else going on at the time. We thought it was trying to distract us from what was going on. I can't remember.
Yeah.
What do they say?
I don't think they're trying to distract. I think they're trying to get it back on track the way it was. Like things are getting too upset right now.
Distraction shampoo is because the Democrats were the one who want to beating everybody head about it. The Trump administration, he did say he was going to release them, but the Democrats start pushing. But they've been in power and they had office for 4 years. They didn't do nothing about it. They didn't care. You got Democrat congressmen and Epstein texting them in Congress, guiding the questions that she asked. So they all this is just a reason.
That wasn't true. What she just said wasn't true. You just said something that wasn't true.
What wasn't true?
That congresswoman from Alaska, that was one of her constituents. That wasn't, you mixed that in there.
Your constituents texting you in the middle of a
yes.
with question and ask.
Yes. She said they do, that's common. They do that all the time.
You said that?
Yes.
I think that's true. So that's what we gonna.
Oh, come on now, come on! I proved it to you. Now I don't believe that.
No.
All right. I got you.
You have to use common sense. You can't use.
I got you.
Here and then not.
Why when somebody tells me to use common sense, they don't?
It could have been a crisis, man.
Somebody always say, use common sense, Lawrence.
Now y'all.
Why don't you use it?
Hold on 1 second before we continue. Mufasa, where your shirt at?
What do you mean?
You ain't got no shirt?
Oh man.
You ain't got no t-shirt?
He don't got no shirt on at all. It looked like he's naked. It looked like you bald-headed, you. You naked and bald.
Mufasa, man, you ain't got no shirt?
You look like a tinted window.
We can't hear Mufasa. Mufasa, your volume low.
Man, you go get a shirt.
Now you can talk, man.
Wait. Y'all was just gonna let him sit up there all day and nobody was gonna mention that?
No, that's not my place to check a man about what he wearing.
Yeah, my God, he looked like he was in jail.
Everybody was just gonna act like that y'all didn't see this nigga with a
We saw him.
I didn't see it.
I'll get to him in a minute, Anton.
I just threw my luggage back there and and I come back and I see this nigga in the white beater and everybody
It was a black beater, Anton.
And no jewelry on. He just looked like a slave.
That is not
get out of a rope chain or something.
Our place to check a man on what he's wearing.
You want some water? Go on, give me some water. I just got off the damn plane, nigga.
Oh my God.
The well is dry, sir.
Y'all was amazing.
Go on down, y'all, and go bring up some water, boy. Stop her. What's your nigga name?
What?
Oh my God. Yo.
Let me tell you.
Me and my wife went to a Dominican Republic and we see somebody like that.
Let me tell y'all why I said something. And this is the honest to God truth. Because I didn't want him to embarrass himself the whole show. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the honest to God truth. Like,
just 51 minutes. Just 51 minutes of it.
I honestly, I'm getting off the plane. I just landed. I gotta jump right back on the. There you go.
There you go. I'm sorry.
There you go. You got it. And I just really looked
your
at
audio is super low.
I just looked at it and I'm like, what is going on here?
I just increased it.
Let me ask y'all another question. Do y'all really want to know what's happening behind the curtain?
I do want it to be exposed.
No. I'm saying like what really happens, but not just this. But
no, I don't want to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do y'all really want to know what's really happening behind the curtain, or do we really need to be living in ignorance? Because I'll give you an example. Like, there are people that you will never hear of that walk around, that do the dirty work, that drop the bodies, that, you know what I'm saying? They do the stuff that you'll never ever see of and hear of. And we live in this ignorance because it's almost necessary for us not to know in order for us to be, go along with life as usual. Like we get up and we argue and we talk about the most trivial, just in life, everybody. Like, we have conversations around the dinner table and we say these motherfuckers is out here protesting over illegal migrants and shit like that. But it's real life shit that's happening behind the scenes, and it's people. You know what I'm saying? That
it's like they feed us surface shit. Like they'll take that for a week or two. In order for
us to be able to feel like it's normal, and use the money and act like it's meaningful and stuff like that. There's people that make the fucking world go round, and I believe a lot of times that those people are blessed with a burden, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So when I really think about it, do we have necessary evils in the world in order for us to live the luxuries and live the lifestyle that we have?
I hadn't thought about it like that. That's a good way to do it.
Somebody gotta die in order for us to be able to make the moves that we make.
You see, Kamala, some babies gotta be chopped up.
Our biggest investment, honestly, is the military. That's the reason why we are the #1 country in the world. And without our military, without fucking Delta team, it wouldn't be no different than anywhere else. So my again, it goes back to my original question. Do y'all really want to know, or do y'all just want to pretend to be concerned?
I thought I'd wanted to know. I can honestly say I thought I wanted to know until I start thinking I knew. And
I want to know about the pedophilia stuff.
I mean, you want to know but like I said before, if that do come out, like what's gonna happen to and I'm saying globally, not just in America. We talking about globally. We talking
That's
about.
why I don't want to upset it. I don't think everything should come out.
I don't know. I think I'm to the point now. Like I said, it's all the distraction. It's theatrics. Yes, it's real. It's horrible. But what are we?
But God forgives Jeffrey Epstein. God forgives him.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he do. He forgive everybody. Yeah, he do. Yeah, he do. Yeah, he do.
I don't know what Jeffrey has, whatever he had conversation he had. So I don't know that. I don't have nothing to do with that.
Nikki, that's why I said,
God
okay, so we
forgive
find
him.
out this information, then what? You know what I mean? I think there's this quote that says, ignorance is bliss. And I gotta agree with Anton on this. I think being ignorant to the situation, I think honestly it's best because we find out all of the truth to this information, and then what, right? Especially if you're not in a position of power. I mean, these people are elites. I mean, okay, we find out then what. I feel like nothing's still going to change. We find out this information, and now the world that we know is now tainted. And I just feel like
nothing. We got weak stomachs, Jess, to be honest with you.
I agree.
If you knew how many bodies your girl had, you'd fucking throw up, nigga.
Nobody really want to know.
Nigga, you don't really want to know.
I want to get up. I want to take my walk, smoke my joint, go to Dunkin' Donuts. I don't want nothing upset.
If you knew how much she loved the person that was before you, nigga, that shit hurt your heart.
So
I think we really don't want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Already know.
I think when people say that
we just want the beef patty. You know what I'm saying? We want it nice and sliced and shit, and we want that shit cooked. You know what I'm saying? Medium well. We want steak, but you don't want to see how the cow gets slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to. Don't really.
Don't name my chicken.
You know, it's funny because, like, for example, like I watch these animal videos, right? And so these animal videos is basically showing how, you know, not Africans, but out in African Sahara and all of this shit, how animals survive and when there is a drought and who's the best hunters and what happens to lions when a new pride comes in or when a new group and they kill off the leader and then they kill all of the kill all the kids,
lions,
over the women, and you know, African wild dogs, and they the best hunters in Africa, and the motherfuckers is they got like a over 80% kill rate, and they eat animals alive. They will fucking literally eat deer, and they
motherfuckers be screaming. They be eating their stomach out.
Right? Yeah. And so when you go into the comments and you see the comments a lot of times, and they be like, "Why didn't help?" or you know, "Hey, what's going on?" And that's the circle of life. That's real life. When the cameras is not on, when you're not on a safari ride, right? But we don't want to see that shit. You get a woman and she be freaking out over a fucking spider. You know what I'm saying? If a spider is on the fucking washing machine,
they'll call you on your cell
she'll
phone.
run out and scream and come and get you and scare the spider off, and you can't even find the spider no more. So do we really want to know what's behind the curtain? Or are we more comfortable with the idea that there are some people that do some shit that we know needs to be done in order for us to live the comfortable lives that we live and to pretend like we actually important in life? But there's some motherfuckers that's really important that's making decisions every single day, uncomfortably, on who lives and who dies, who eats, who don't eat, all of this shit.
That's how good we got it.
We want selective insight.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Q. I'm my bad.
No, I believe in exposing all of them because let's just be honest. Exposing all the pedophiles, all of that.
Care about the pedos, Q. So that's all.
The pedos, no, the trafficking, all of that. Because let's just be honest, the majority of those men that or people in that list is probably white people. Okay, it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be majority blacks. So why is it that when it comes to other crimes, right now we got drugs and all that, we got to showcase black people in this bad light, but now that we have this type of crime, we got to hide it. Let's bypass it, because if we don't want to hear about it, what's going to happen is that these states are going to lower the marriage age, which is already happening. The pedophilia is going to be okay in some states because certain ages. So why not expose them right now?
Why they're trying to normalize pedophilia?
Yeah, they're going to normalize it. So why should we look past this?
No.
It's crazy. Because imagine if it was your
I
kid.
don't think that anybody is saying look past the pedophilia. We saying that it's other things also.
That's a small part.
I don't care about Epstein being smart as hell. I don't care.
Not you, but the people.
Yeah, but the people are dumb. You think because he's smart, he can do this with
no, Q. You're right coming from your point of view. You are right, but the people not above you, the people that's pulling the strings, overlook that.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, go on and play with that little girl, but listen,
because they don't care. Unless it was their child, then they'll care.
Yeah, but that's how most people are.
If they don't care, that means if someone don't care about pedophilia, if I got like an uncle that's doing that, that means I'm okay with that. So no, we should.
Wait, say that again.
No, it's not okay. Let me ask you a question, Q.
If people, they don't even care if it's their own kid.
Well, no. That either, but I'm just saying, Q, I'm gonna propose it a different way because I know you love God. I know you got your faith. Do you believe that God knows and controls and does all and gives permission for certain things to happen for certain outcomes?
I'm sorry, I can't even bring God into this conversation.
Well, no, only reason I'm saying it, and I'm talking about him being in control. Because I believe we are in these times. So,
but the devil also
like if he's doing necessary things, my point is he's going to take care of it if we believe what we say we believe.
Take care of what?
The evils, the enemies. The original question is he the devil?
Y'all want to have an
uncomfortable conversation and a slap on the wrist and they're getting out. Whereas drug dealers, they're getting more jail time than pedophiles.
Y'all want to have an uncomfortable conversation?
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
When we go into drive down our pretty streets and our nice cars, and we go into these pretty buildings to worship and stuff like that, in order for those things to exist, a lot of people got to do a lot of evil things in order for it to happen. So I guess my question is, like, do y'all think that God is all rainbows and sunshine?
No, the angels.
The devil is at work.
No, I think God gives.
The devil is working.
He gives
that doesn't
everything.
Mean God is lacking. The devil is working.
I don't think that's what I said. I don't think that's what I said.
To answer Anton's question, I think that if you not to have a Bible study, but he actually says in Isaiah that he creates evil. So there is things that God do or that he will allow to take place, or he will administer himself for a larger purpose. But at the same time, everything he created has a freedom of will. Animals have a freedom of choice. We have a freedom of choice.
Okay,
yeah.
so let's go back to the children of Israel. Let's go back to Moses. Let's go back to Aaron.
Okay.
Even when he wanted to free the people, because when Moses and Aaron first approached Pharaoh and said, "Yo, you got to let him go," none of that stuff, none of the locusts, the dying, none of that stuff happened until God had hardened his heart. Until his heart was hardened, and then he wanted to perform the miracles to show the people that this is me.
But Pharaoh hardened his heart first, and then God hardened it after that. So God gave him over to what he wanted.
Really?
Yes. Pharaoh
over to what he wanted.
Pharaoh hardened his heart.
He was already doing it.
No, when Moses and Aaron approached Pharaoh hardened his heart first. And then when they kept approaching him later and later, it said that God hardened Pharaoh's heart.
But why would God continue to harden his heart if he wanted to let the people go? Why didn't he just let the people go?
Because this is what we were talking about earlier, about how he creates that evil or that calamity for a larger purpose. He wanted to show how powerful he really was to the Egyptians and to the Israelites by allowing Pharaoh's freedom of choice,
knowing
displayed,
that none of those people were ever going to make it to the land of milk and honey.
But he has a right to do that.
Well, yeah, because he God.
Exactly.
The same way that I have the right to take a bunch of ants.
But it doesn't take away from my free choice, though. But it doesn't take away from my free choice.
Doesn't it? How don't it? If I know that what I'm going to do to you before it is that I'm going to do it to you, and I allow for you to go through it just for me to do it to you anyway, is it really choice or is it the illusion of choice?
No, it's choice. You just got manipulated into making that choice. Just like we have advertisements on the internet and all of that.
You saying God manipulates?
If I tell you that you're going to go to this place and this is going to happen when you get there,
so
do you wait? Do you or the people that are going to do it to you have a choice?
Yeah, no. I cannot go.
How?
Bro, it's called provoking.
If I say that this is going to happen, right? This is going to happen.
If you, Anton Daniels, say that, go ahead. If I'm trying to follow what you, if you're saying
you can't use me, you got to use God because God is all knowing and He's all powerful.
Oh, you talk okay. I didn't know that. I thought you said you. I thought you were talking from you.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If all
so to answer your question,
if all of these things are predestined to happen before it happens, and there were prophets and there's things that happen and take place and so on and so forth. If all of it is going to happen, then
you have no choice.
Then how do you have any real free will?
You don't.
You do have free will. I think of it as like a. I think of it as like a. 1 second. I think of it as like a matrix, right? Let's just say there's 5 different routes that you can take, and let's just say God is all knowing. What's going to happen if you decide to choose door A, B, C, D, or E, and you decide to go through B? Then yes, He knows what's going to happen because you are presented with an opportunity to go through the door. But it's your choice to pick what door, even though He knows what's going to happen if you pick each door. Does that make sense?
This is literally the Matrix, bro. Like we really think that we really think that we have fucking control, bro. Y'all don't even. This is so amazing to me because y'all don't even have any control for whether or not you're gonna be breathing tomorrow or not. There's people. We ain't even got to get to the God level yet. If this Epstein situation showed us anything, is that there are people that literally determine whether or not you're going to breathe or not. You see what's happening in Cuba? They literally days away from having no oil and the whole fucking country is going to collapse. They don't even have a choice of whether or not they can have power.
And God's letting that happen. That's what you're saying?
I mean, seriously, they have no control whatsoever.
Do you think that God is waiting for us to surprise him, for us to surprise him?
What do you mean?
I mean, like
I'm waiting for him to surprise me.
I mean, for example, if God is, He's all knowing and he's predicting and He sees everything. What if He's just waiting for us to surprise Him? If He knows that we're going to do all these negative things, and then we surprise Him with our love and admiration, or whatever you want to call it, like basically
people for that.
wanting us to make Him happy, like to please Him. But
He also knows that everybody's not. This kingdom ain't. It's not that kingdom life ain't for everybody. Everybody it's a separate. You separate the wheat from the tare. Like that's why I figured that everybody can't be saved. It's not meant for them to be saved. It's not meant for their thought processes. It's meant for necessary evils. If we talking about Job, he told the enemy, you can do whatever you want to him, but don't unalive him. He told him that. That was to test his faith.
Who is the guy that God took up in the sky? He never tasted death.
Enoch.
Me.
Do we think that Enoch surprised God to the point to where he was just like, you know what? You've done everything I've asked of you. This is your reward. I'm amazed that you were able to keep your faith and do everything you needed to do. So I don't even want you to taste death. Do you think that was his gift for surprising God?
Could be a gift. I don't. if we talking about just a gift and it's a blessing, I guess that depends on how Enoch felt about it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question in real life. That lady's Gunther, it's all over the news. Her mother's missing. From Channel 4, Savannah Guthrie. Her 84-year-old mother is missing, and now the police are saying that she was abducted from her home. Very religious lady. She was when she didn't show up for church, they went to look for her, and she's missing. And they've seen something in the place in her home that they know she was abducted. If she's praying right now to come back home and she doesn't, why didn't God answer her prayers?
It wasn't his plan.
So what I think
that's your answer.
Anything that happens bad in the world, we're blaming God.
We're not blaming
God.
I don't think.
Hold on. Let's back up. We don't even have to go that far. Do y'all know what happened to the disciples?
Oh boy, yeah, they got yeah.
Do y'all even know what happened to the disciples?
Didn't one get hung upside down?
And beyond the disciples in Maccabees, whole Maccabee revolt was
one of them got boiled.
terrible.
I think
I'd rather hear Anton tell me.
They didn't go and die of old age and
they got
preach the word.
Yeah.
Y'all know that Paul was afflicted.
They were all martyrs.
Yeah.
Like I'm just telling y'all, like, and all I'm saying is
we have selective acceptance of evil. Is that what it is?
I gotta go put my stuff up real quick. I'll be back. I ain't even gonna dive into it.
Come on, dive in. Like Epstein did. Epstein said
because everybody thinks that it's pretty. Listen. When we say it's
that's all I hear. All I hear is God is pretty and this and that.
Even if y'all want to talk spiritual war, principalities, it's ugly. Every war is ugly. It is a very, very ugly thing. And so in order for there to be some semblance of beauty and peace, there has to be carnage and ugly and war.
So is it fair to say,
right?
Could it be, Anton? Could it be the devil and God are working together for the greater purpose?
I don't believe that.
I was just gonna say, Anton, with
I think that's a good question. I think that's a phenomenal question. I don't think you can believe it if you are a believer. I don't know why that's turning.
I just have a question.
I don't think that you can believe that if you are a believer. It's very difficult to believe. You know what I'm saying?
Or could it be possible? How about anything possible?
It's possible. I believe it.
I've heard some people say that the adversary is a worker, agent for God to test, but I don't believe that. I never
heard that.
Believe that, but when I still talk about when he say, you can do this to him, make him homeless, take everything from him, just don't kill him.
But that's only because that's only because he knows that you have to use God's word against him or to get whatever you're trying to do. He knows that God is governed by his own word. Mm-hmm. So that's the only reason why he was able to do what he's able to do, period, with anything. And that's why he has such a limited amount of time.
This whole Epstein thing for me, it got me looking at things a lot differently. Because we've been talking about the whole pedo thing for the fucking part of 5 years or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is anybody really surprised at what it is that they reading? Like, I don't know how y'all surprised at this. So
I think what it was to do all these administrations, Obama, Bush, all of these administrations, they knew what was going on.
Yeah, they know everything.
But they didn't want to. They just didn't touch it. Bro. Then Trump ran and said, we should get him out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's smart like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we should get the Epstein files out.
Everybody got riled up. I was reading all kind of shit.
Trump knew
I was reading an accusation.
That's what I'm saying.
I was reading a documentation of an accusation that said Bush 1 was busting down boys and like it's a whole. I mean, all of it is.
Expose them all.
As accusations, right? So none of it is proven, and anybody can say anything. But I guess for me, it just really speaks to a lot deeper and people looking to get inside and get in the favor of people that have absolute power. I think that power, I don't think that they care about money. I don't think that any one of those people that are in that circle gives a fuck about money. I think that in order for you to be in that kind of circle, in that crowd, it has to be way beyond money. And I don't think you can buy your way into that type of circle. I think that you have to think about it. These are some of the smartest, richest, wisest people on earth. Why does these niggas have pictures in their drawers? These are some of the smartest people on fucking earth. Why are they in pictures in their drawers?
Why? Why?
Nobody is asking themselves these questions. Like, nigga,
why do you think that?
Why? How is a fucking president?
I think they come from old money.
Like, this shit makes no sense to me, bro. Under no circumstances is this shit like cut and dry to me. I look at this and I be like, and I start seeing this, and all it did for me is give me a situation where I have to ask more questions. This didn't make me like, oh man, got him. No, this shit is weird to me. Like, I'm starting to think a lot more into it, and it's like, come on, man, you ain't this. You can't be some of the smartest mathematicians, wisest people determining what's happening over here. Got fucking kings over here and shit, and these niggas is in their drawers like this.
But you can be book smart, but Anton, you can be book smart and not have common sense. So
no.
Are they really smart in totality though? If they're doing that type of stuff, I don't think so.
When you are these type of people, you have other people around you that's smart, just as smart, if not smarter.
Yeah. What I don't get is that when it came to the Diddy parties, there was more pushback and they wanted to expose who was into that more than this whole Epstein file.
Oh, well, black people drove that. They drove a lot of that.
And white people wasn't driving it because what?
These niggas had on tidy whities.
Because white people were doing the same
thing. When you want
to
bring a black man down, feed him to black people, they'll eat him up.
And the white people weren't even siding with that. But guess what? You think the white people are going to go against their white people in this? No.
Bill Clinton and his wife still haven't even showed up.
They're going to show up. They said it tonight. They made an announcement, special report. They're going to testify.
We've had
after a year.
Well, you just said they're not going to do it. I just told you they're going to do it.
No, I said that they haven't done it, is what I said.
Who's going to do it
and
after
it's been over a year that they've been subpoenaed multiple times. That's facts.
Who's going to, and what's the other fact? Who's going to testify after them?
Nobody.
Exactly. So give them a round of applause for testifying.
But we also know that just to kind of speak what Anton was saying earlier about the, these people being rich, and rich people still have proclivities. I mean, they still have issues wrong with them. Some people are extremely knowledgeable, extremely intelligent, but at the same time, they just can't stop messing with them little girls, or they got something wrong with them.
Bigger conversation, and that's why I said, is this behavior common? And the question, I don't see these niggas as being any different than all of the regular niggas that we see on a regular basis. We've had whole conversations with motherfuckers in the chat and on the panel that said that a certain age girl is depending on whatever it is that she at and what the state law is or what country that they. Listen, bro.
Who was that?
The only reason why this is sensationalized, because I'm numb to it, because our whole lives I done seen old niggas coming up to the high school. Like, none of this shit.
We
only making a
you didn't take a picture of me, did you?
We only making a big deal about it because of the people's names that's attached to it. That's the only thing.
That's true. That's true.
No,
No. That's what we want to hear. Famous names.
No.
That's a lie.
We only making a big deal about it because of the names that's attached to it.
No, that's a lie.
Motherfuckers, every single day, they be in our families. They fucking take trips overseas and be having fucking sex parties. Niggas, people living crazy alternative lifestyles. All of this shit is not new. This happens every single day. And if you ask enough niggas and they can become anonymous enough, look at Chris Hansen, To Catch a President.
Oh man,
all kind
Mike
of
Tyson.
And I love that.
You do is go on YouTube Live.
This shit is so normal. And the only difference is that these niggas is famous.
But you know why? No. But you know why you guys But
Mike Tyson said he had parties like that.
Because people are looking a blind eye. So it's not just because they're famous, because the same thing with these little pedo teachers or you guys having sex with older women, they're pedos too, and they need to be out blasted too. So I don't see it just because they're rich. All these pedos everywhere, the women pedos.
I understand, Q. I understand what you saying.
Like they should be outed also. Like,
well,
and this is why
Anton hates holding these type of
stuff
people
gets
accountable.
passed by.
How the fuck do you think I'm gonna hold these niggas accountable? Nigga, you talking about world leaders. Bro, if the Department of Justice, and it's been Democrats and Republican presidents that in both presided in the Congress, House of Representatives, and all of this shit. Nigga, what you want me to do? Nigga, I'm gonna talk about it the same way that you talk about it. Nigga, ain't none of us gonna hold nobody accountable. Nobody is going to jail. Nothing is gonna happen. The world is gonna keep turning. And in a month from now, nobody's gonna give a fuck, and we gonna move over to the next sensational story.
So
we doing this just for exercise, for our own mental capacity.
Yeah, for entertainment.
Nobody is going to get held accountable. It doesn't fucking matter. So
nigga, it's supposed to be set up to hold these people accountable.
Shit, if y'all want to,
and when
that shit ain't happening, ain't nobody getting held accountable. Stop it.
And when you see, Anton, tell the truth. When you see a young lady, when you see a lady saying all of this stuff happened to her, right? When she was young, and you see her now, you don't believe it.
So Anton, so would you agree that the reason why the higher ups is so upset with Trump is because he has his own money, he has his own wealth, and he can literally do more of what he wants to do without having to
They're not upset
actually get intertwined with whatever they got going on?
No, I'm telling you that nothing's gonna happen because nobody cares and we just want to be entertained.
No, I'm talking about like how they're trying to keep Trump in the spotlight, like trying to make it seem like it's all just Trump and forget about everything else.
All of that is marketing and propaganda from both sides. When the Democrats want to maintain power, then they got to figure out a way to energize the base. How do you energize the base? To create an issue. And that's when you start to have paid protesters, propaganda, Tesla march, no King's protest. You start using terms like oligarchy, fascist. Now everybody know what fascists mean all of a sudden. You fucking do a ICE out. Let's stand with illegal migrants. All of this shit is manufactured, bro. None of this is real. None of it is real. People, fucking Black Lives Matters.
I got a question. You don't think
real, bro?
You don't think that any of this stuff that we're talking about or anything that's happened in the past or that may happen in the future would cause like a paradigm shift, like something to spark the people and actually, say like we're tired of, like, for example, what happened in Nepal.
You know why? You know why it's not? Because we're not poor. And you know what happens when you're not poor? Nobody wants to change their lifestyle. Because in order for there to be a true paradigm shift, that means that we got to give up some shit. And the only people that's willing to give up some shit is the people that ain't got shit. And the one thing I know about people is that they going to fight to keep what they got because they're not willing to sacrifice themselves, but they're willing to sacrifice other people. That's why you have protesters that leave their the comfortability of their home. They go down to make themselves feel good. And you know what they do? Even when people volunteer at soup kitchens, they volunteer for the holidays to feel good about themselves so that they can go home. And then they feel good about themselves, and they go home and they go to their posh living lifestyle. They continue to drive their cars and do whatever the fuck they want to do. They eat all of the meat and they do what they want to do. Nobody is going to do anything because we're all too comfortable. And as long as you have a situation where nobody wants to upend their lifestyle, then that's going to always create an environment where there will never be a paradigm shift because nobody really gives a fuck. They only gonna pretend to because it's the popular thing to do at the time.
Well, maybe that's where God needs to get involved.
Well, go tell him. You tell him. You tell God what to do. I can tell him.
Keep waiting.
Tell him what he tell us what he told you.
You think
that man was waiting when he was burning up in that building?
Anton? I was asking Anton, do he think that's what like the left, the communists trying to do is upset our comfortability for what they think is right?
I think that, listen, this is not even real communism. This is not real socialism. What you see in New York, listen, that is play under the guise of it because they really being supported by capitalism. You know what real communism is?
Russia.
What real communism is what was going on in Venezuela. That's real communism. That's communism in real life. This is play protected under capitalism. That's what it is. You know why? Because everybody's still millionaires and everybody can still do what they want to do. And everybody got infrastructure and we're going to pretend like it's some real issues when our snow don't get plowed. But that's not what real life is. Our idea of socialism and communism is fake.
We spoiled.
Yeah, we are. We spoiled as fuck. And as long as we continue to be spoiled, then we're gonna do
they showing up in New York, they showing all the garbage all over the place.
You know why people is out protesting?
Snow.
You know why people is out protesting? Because they're not poor enough. You know what people are really doing in real life that got real issues? They trying to figure a way out. Like they working their ass off. They trying to figure it out. Niggas, people was willing to walk tens and hundreds of miles to try to get over here in the United States of America to make a better life for themselves. They ain't got time for that shit. They really living life. They suffering out here in real life. They burning niggas up over in South Sudan. It's genocide like a motherfucker over there. You think they're revolting? Stop. This is all fake. All of this is fake protesting. White people with whistles.
Well, they kind of breaking them down.
Niggas got drums outside of the hotel. Stop. Get that shit out of here.
Well, I know black people could learn a lesson from them white folks. They got them wearing body cameras now.
They want to wear body cameras.
No.
They want to wear body cameras so they can prove that them maniacs is crazy.
No, they didn't want to wear body cameras.
Last time they didn't want to wear body cams, it only proved.
Yeah, but they didn't want to wear them.
What are you talking about? And that people was crazy.
They didn't want to wear body cameras. What are you saying? They didn't want to wear them.
They're wearing body cameras. Cops been doing it for the longest. They'll be fine.
What are you talking about?
Y'all, they advocated for body cams. That's why all our police officers, most of them, got body cams.
I'm talking about the ICE. I'm talking about ICE didn't want to wear body cameras.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is the same effect that it had when they advocated for the police, and all it did was prove that black people wasn't getting slaughtered on the street every day, is going to do the same with ICE. So it's fine. And if something happens,
are you a self-hating black person?
Oh no, I actually love black people more than people like you.
Oh,
let's go to the super chat.
You hate a nigga.
I hate niggas. Yeah, I do hate niggas.
I'm telling you about black. That's what black people are. Newsflash.
Let's go to the super chats, y'all. MCK Dice says JR was pulling an Epstein with Kay and Courtney. Morpheus HD says you can hold elites accountable without bloodshed. They control economies. They control countries. They have militaries. What do you control?
Nothing.
The Ross Report, Darby says, Saquon looked like the highest level of tech support. Space 40 says, Shampoo just wanted to go to the island.
Yeah, I do. I do want to go to
Caramel
the
underscore
island.
Wanderer says people fully involved would not and cannot be released because then the scales of power and influence would shift to the extreme where a government and beyond, as we know it, will collapse. Stan Me Ansman says calling woman B on the show that just lied. Rick Real 9324 says Kamai did not deserve that disrespect. It's Queen 2U2 says shampoo. Kamai did not deserve to be called a B. That was extremely disrespectful and uncalled for. You could have hit back differently. Weird Custom says salute Carmaya for not reacting while being called a B word by an emotional clown and only having Q defender and check his beat. Guess men aren't protectors. Weird Custom says Black Family's been hiding that funny uncle in the attic basement for ages. So we know why Shampoo don't care about pedophilia files if they smart/rich. Alfonso White 8889 says, I agree with Q. They didn't overlook Robert Kelly. Me University 1411 says, we are spinners on the tire of God. Flow or no. Alfonso White 8889 says, I also agree with Nikki. They might not pay what they owe, but they gonna reap what they sow. The Equalizer 33 says, Q, do you know Satan has to get permission from God to test or afflict anyone, right? So even the devil has boundaries. He has to move within. Chase 40 says, that's a wild take. So we should accept child grapes as a necessary evil. Easy to say until it's your own family. Don't care until it's your own hypocrisy. Chad CK says, Nikki Jasmine Crocker used another Jeffrey Epstein to claim the creepy one donated to the Republicans. Democrat Stacey Pulaski took directions in Congress from the actual creep by text. Shampoo's wrong.
That's a lie.
Buddha 9999. Don't mind me, I'm just high. But all the men on the panel look like a different version of Mr. Potato Head. 4922 says, watch the movie Blink Twice. That's a glimpse of what happened on the Epstein Island. AR underscore Smitty says, so worried about the Epstein files when we got pedos in our own families. Aaron Lucas says, so they all came to the island just to get with kids? What power moves were being made there? Regime changes, market crashes, etc. The underscore Equalizer 33 says, facts, Anton. We all seen the drug dealer coming to the middle school/high school who was busting down the daughter and the mom. Down agent says, as a Marine who has literally bled for this country, all the politicians are imperfect. Get the best for the moment to correct issues and move on. Thank you for your service. Keon Bell says, today, your explanation about why you want study or religious blessed me. Religion. Okay. Thank you for letting the Lord to use you. By the way, I've made you my passive accountability partner. Great show, guys. And Aaron 2 Lucas says, in 8th grade, girls used to brag their boyfriend had a car. That is crazy. Now, shout out to all y'all with the super chats. We appreciate you guys here on this Monday night. And FYI, we will be moving. Never mind. I got to ask Anton before I say that. But let's get to the next clip about Tyrese talking about marriages. Okay?
Our current better half has been asking her to marry her because they've been together for a while now. And she has been struggling with the idea of ever, allowing herself to marry again. And I said, well, I could relate to that. I've been in a relationship now with my lady Zelly for 5 years, and she's always hinting at marriage. And some people will say, oh, you're a Band-Aid, you're just filling in the blanks. And, at a certain point, he's going to dispose of you and then go find the woman that he actually wants to marry. But people don't understand is that your opinion is formulating from things that you have never experienced.
Right.
You don't know what it's like to wake up, get married, have a prenuptial agreement in place, have the prenup to get cracked, where you end up paying all of her legal fees and my legal fees. And now I'm paying all this money to attorneys trying to protect what I have. And then you realize that somebody marries you and then they said, I don't want to be here anymore. And then they trying to take everything that belongs to you with them. And it is really a painful process. And so, well, hey, if we could be happy and we could be together and we could not get married, because if you ever decide that you don't want to be married anymore, now you're going to be another person trying to take everything that I've worked my butt off for the last 30 years. And what does that look like? And how long is this going to last before the judge decides this is my final judgment? So everything about my last divorce took 4.5 years. I lost all of my appeals in the lower courts. Then I lost all of my appeals in the Supreme Courts. And so I had like 3 weeks to cough up almost $1.2 million that I did not have to give. Mm-hmm. And then who do I turn to? Right. When I'm financially depleted.
Damn. You better go gay.
I just, why live in fear? Like, you live in fear, that's what's gonna come about. Like, I don't know. Do you think that Tyrese is justified in not wanting to marry again?
I think he's very dramatic, but he does have a point. But he's very, very dramatic. But if you listen to him, you can't poke too many holes in what he's saying. He's like, oh, if you happy and I'm happy, why do we got to get married? Because if you're not happy, you're going to try to take everything I've had.
Marriage is important for a plethora of reasons, though. It's not just because we just want a piece of paper to say that we're married. There's a lot of different things and benefits that come to being married to someone. If somebody's on life support and you're not that person's husband or wife, you don't get to make the decision whether or not they get to live or die. So it's not just a piece of paper.
But you have to be married to do that.
That's incorrect. You can have a trust and you don't have to be married in order for somebody to be able to make that kind of decision on anything.
But realistically,
tell them, baby.
Now y'all cool again. But realistically,
man, that's my girl.
You call it the B word. That ain't your girl.
That's right. I can do that.
That's the past.
How many people
that's the past.
Have trust, though?
I'll do it again if she act up. You know what I'm saying? She know.
That's how New Jersey and New York men be talking.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jess.
No, but go ahead, Jess.
Realistically, how many people have trust? You'd be surprised how many people, and we're just going to use this as an example. You'd be surprised how many people don't have things in place for when they eventually leave this earth. And then, do I think Tyrese is justified in not wanting to marry again? Yes, but I think that's such a loaded thing, right? That's not to say that there are women who have given up their careers, who have invested in men, in my opinion, are entitled to at least some of the things that may have been acquired in a marriage. But then once again, the thing that I didn't like that Tyrese didn't do, he didn't hold himself accountable. He could have picked better. He didn't talk about maybe how he played a part in the demise of the marriage. And then to add it, the judge keeps denying your appeals and X, Y, and Z. It makes me even question, okay, what did you do? What's up with your legal team? Mm-hmm. Why they kept getting denied? So it's more to the story than what he was alluding to, which I think is very, I can't find a word I'm looking for. But to say, yes, he's justified not wanting to marry again, but it's loaded.
I don't even think that his reasons for not wanting to get married again matter, because I mean, just like squatters got rights, if I done lived with this man for 10 years and we've been together, whether we've been married or not, I think that the right lawyer is going to make sure that I go away with something and not nothing. So I don't think that matters, because I can prove, hey, this has been my residence. This has been the person that has been taking care of me. These are the actions, the jobs that I performed for him, and this is what I received for that job. He has been my job. So, I mean, if you get the right lawyer, you're going to get some paper.
But if you divorce him, Miss Tip, then what makes you deserve any of that?
I wouldn't even, he's saying that that's the reason why he doesn't want to get married, is so that somebody can take half. And I'm just saying that I still think that somebody can tap into him without being married to him. If if we lived together and then all of a sudden you just woke up and decided, oh, I'm going to kick you out and I just don't want to deal with you no more. Well, I'm sure that I have some kind of leg to stand on.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
gotta say he raped. You gotta say he raped you. Yeah, you gotta say that.
You have been my provider.
So Nikki, so let me ask you this, because now my head is turning. So you don't believe that if a woman marries a man and the man happens to come from, you know, someone, let's just say he's an actor, for an example. Let's just say that the wife has vested, you know, some stuff into that marriage to make sure that he's able to keep his career X, Y, and Z. Let's just say it did not work out.
What is some stuff?
So when we talk about, and I like the way that Tiff put it, like, because he is the job, right? So I am making sure that our household is in order. I am making sure I'm being his help me. I am making sure that he's ready for work. I am making sure that he's, you know, pleased. I'm making sure he eats. I'm making sure the kids is taken care of. I'm making sure that he can focus on his purpose, right?
That's a nanny.
Yeah,
that's a nanny.
That's not a nanny.
That is a nanny.
But what I'm saying is that if it did not work out, and let's just say I gave up my career, you mean to tell me I'm not entitled to nothing?
Well, not if you decide to leave that man because you're not doing any of that anymore.
I think the man has already set up something for him.
If I decided to leave, I could see that. But if he decided one day, oh, I'm just going to put you out just because I don't like you no more.
Well, the reality is that's
probably
usually
because
not
I got
the
me a
case.
little 22-year-old. You know, well,
yeah, but that's usually not the case. Most of the time, women.
Tyrese was already saying that he wasn't trying to leave her with nothing. He told her that he was going to give her something, but she didn't like the offer. She didn't like the offer, so she was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna get my people, and we gonna see if we can get more.
And Tyrese too. Tyrese, if you listen to him, it's more than the money. He falls hard in love too. He's one of them guys that fall hard. Like
he a lover boy.
Yeah,
but you gonna be doing all those
married
things
again.
anyway if you were with him. You will still be cleaning, you'll still be cooking, you will still be doing all of that once you leave.
Yeah, that's bare minimum type stuff. I don't understand why that's always the key thing to unlock all of the wealth for a man. Like,
what is she going to do for Tyrese
anyway?
What is she going to do for Tyrese that Tyrese can't do for herself?
You want me
probably give him a head job?
Or I know you got it in you, sis.
Or to add to the question, what is she going to do more than what she would already do on a regular day basis for that man to show like, oh, I appreciate you, I honor you, you're my husband? What is that thing outside
investing
of
in him, believing in him, making sure he's
what is it? But what is investing? Like you just saying like blanket statements, but it's like what is that?
To be cute.
So I'll tell you.
I believe
I'll tell you
to do that for me. Like that's not believing him for what. Like he don't. There's plenty of people that might believe in him. That's the thing with women. I think that what we think men be wrong is just all the way off. I don't really think they care about that. That stuff you're gonna already do. You're gonna do that. So what other value? What other value are we bringing to these relationships? Is the question.
But Nikki, a man absolutely cares if you believe in his vision, because if you're not,
he believes in it, but I mean, he cares. But it's other people that believe in it too, because we talking about you believe in that because you believe in his vision. And because you washed the dishes and taking care of the kids that you had to, that he should give you all his money for something.
And there's so many,
or half some, any of it. Once that is dissolved, I don't understand why it's a whole issue.
Yeah, because another woman or 10 other women are willing to do the same exact thing right after you ready to just dump them or whatever as soon as you leave out the door anyway. So it's like that really doesn't hold any weight. The whole reason why men be so frustrated is like, it's like y'all really think that it's just this and that is the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's like, no, like go deeper. I need you to dig deeper. And women are like just not trying to go deeper than the surface. That is surface level stuff.
What's deeper?
What's deeper is building an empire with your king and seeing what is it that he actually desires outside of your desires, putting his desires before yours and seeing, okay, how can I
what's the difference between what you're saying?
Multiply whatever it is that he's actually trying to achieve. How can I bring more value to what he's trying to achieve? There's been so many women that I can't remember the actual names, but there's been women that have been with their men while they were locked up, and he had a bag before that, and they multiplied that so that when he got out, it's like I have more than what I came in here with. Women not doing that.
It's being a helpmate, like God intended.
I literally just said that.
Yeah,
I said that.
So hold on. Let me go into it.
I didn't say that many words, but that's literally what I said.
It's being a helpmate and understanding what your husband or significant other needs. If he actually is starting a business, then you want to actually go ahead and look at certain things that may be beneficial to you learning for his business. If he actually needs, if he needs you to be affectionate, if he needs you to be submissive, whatever the case may be, if he needs you to be that, then you're going to be that part for him, because he is doing the majority of the work. He's doing the load. That's what the men are supposed to do. We're supposed to take care of them.
No.
What?
No, a woman's job and a man's job is different. That's not to say that.
Hold on. Wait.
Majority. Come on now.
No, the reason I say the man is supposed to do the majority of the work is because we were designed to deal with it longer. You came from us as a woman. Yes, you absolutely can do those things. But if it came down to it and I had to put my hand on the fire longer than you, who do you think would be able to sustain that more?
Exactly.
The man has to actually deal with the majority of the stuff. We're here for that.
The mental load, more of a mental capacity. Men have more of a mental capacity and logical nature than women do. So men can outlast emotions and triggers and anything that'll just come out of the wind anywhere way longer than a woman
is
can.
Involved.
They stand on 10 toes way harder than a woman can in relationships. That's why it's like this whole conversation of a woman getting this and that or whatever just because she did this is outrageous. So what if the woman is the breadwinner? Does that same logic apply for whenever the woman is making more money and then, the man was the one holding it down at home and stuff? Does the woman vouch and say, look, I'll give you this much because you were taking care of the kids? No, they don't do that. It's always just the woman. And it's like nothing's ever balanced. So you might as well get out of that whole mentality of just thinking just because you cook, you clean, you're birthing babies, you're doing this, you're doing that. Everybody not yada, okay? I don't understand why everybody want a yada. Like, for what? It's not making sense. Paying for every single baby, even if that's even happening. Like, women don't even be wanting to have the babies. So it's like, what are we really doing here? Like, what? And then what you gonna do after you get the money? What you gonna do? Because all you was doing was cooking and cleaning and cooking and throwing it back. What else?
If there was a law passed that said that when you got divorced, you do not automatically get alimony or whatever, you just
where's that at?
Would y'all be so quick to just split up? Or would you be trying to figure out?
We show that we already know that's not true. Women are not splitting up if they're not getting half of it. That was shown in.
Well, I was asking them because
I don't think that that's true. I think that peace of mind, but I mean, I guess I've been through some things, but I'll cut somebody off for peace of mind and you keep that change. I'm telling you, peace of mind.
That's not the majority.
Absolutely.
See,
that's not the majority.
That's selfish too. But when you, because what peace of mind, that's subjective. So that could be anything. That could be some minor.
Peace of mind could be him knocking your head between the
why y'all always
dryer.
go
Peace
to the
of mind
extreme?
could
Most
be
people don't
infidelity. Peace of mind could be somebody who's talking to you crazy. Like, there's a lot of things that can fall under the category.
We know anywhere from 70 to 75%. It's irreconcilable differences. It's nobody's getting. I'm not saying that no woman is getting her head thrown against the wall or
They
anything like
always
that.
say, I
But the
want a
majority,
saying that.
but the majority of women, they're leaving for irreconcilable differences.
Say, Young, where
But
you getting that data?
the second part that
Where's
she
the
said,
data?
that is absolutely real.
that's statistics. Yeah, that's
Where's
I
this
can get
statistics.
data
it for
But
you.
coming
the
from?
hold
can
on,
get
y'all.
it for
The
you.
second part that I don't want y'all to miss the second part, what she said. Outside of the peace of her leaving for peace of mind, she's literally saying that I don't need the money. I don't need to take half. I don't need any of that. I just need to make sure I'm good. Like, that is a more important part than just trying to focus on
Well, that's
the,
probably why
just
it was
leaving for the
problems
peace
in
of
the
mind
first
part.
place anyway. Because if the man's sitting here and he know, even if you're not saying it all the time, your energy present that you don't need him, you don't need him, you don't need him.
No,
Like,
not the you don't need them part. Pretty much saying like, I don't have to go after you for half of your money. I don't have to take nothing from you if we have any kind of thing. Like, it could be the
you taking the
man.
kids.
No, I'm
You
saying
breaking
like
up.
it could
I
be
get
the
what you're
man
saying,
saying
but
that he don't want to be with the woman.
a casualty in the whole situation of the marriage.
Right, but all I'm saying is there's a difference between women that actually are like, no, I'm going to take his money regardless of what the situation is. I don't care what I did. I don't care what he did. I'm taking money. And there's a difference between the women that are like, I'm good. I don't need to take your money. I can
that's
still
that boss
go and do
chick
what I need to
mentality. That's
do
that
and
whole
not have
independent
to
woman thing.
pull from this man just because we were together.
And
Being
Jess, that
selfish.
statistic comes from the American Sociological Association. So you can bring that up.
I was talking to my mom this morning because I was helping somebody through a coaching call. And so she called and she was just like, yo, I'm just checking, calling you to see, what time is your flight and stuff like that. And I asked her a question. I said, why do you think that traditionally women get more gifts at Christmas, that they get more focused on as far as like accolades and stuff like that? And she said, because, women are the weaker vessel. And I said, what does that mean? What do you mean? She said, think about it like a child, right? The kid that is sufficient, the kid that's good at everything, the kid that's great is the one that gets the least amount of attention because you have to put all of your energy and your focus towards correcting and reaffirming the weaker link because you're trying to get them up to snuff, right? And so I said, that is very interesting. She said, yeah. She said, women need constant affirmation in order for them to be sufficient. She said, women need, constant love, affection, care, and all of this stuff because in a lot of instances, whether they want to admit it or not, they always have been and they always will be the weaker link. So we affirm them. We tell them that you're great. We tell them that you're awesome. Hey, listen, we appreciate you more and all of that. And she said what gets lost in the sauce a lot of times is that men a lot of times look at it because of the circumstances. So because we've tried to overcorrect for relationships and equality and feminism and all of this stuff, now you see overly feminine men that was being raised by women to be more like women because women have been taught that they need that affirmation. It was so profound what she was saying. It was simple, but it was profound because she was like, think about it. All of the books that's being written, love languages, all of that is marketed to women. Men are not the ones that they market that to. They are not the consumers. She said they need that to consistently. It's like she said, women are like the rebellious child. They have to consistently create an environment that allows for them to feel like they loved. She said that's why when men are abused, they get tired, and when women get abused, a lot of times they feel like that you love them. Because without correction, just like a child, sometimes they get rebellious, not necessarily because that's who they are, but because they're looking for attention. And so when you start to have these conversations a lot of times and we say, well, why are women like this or why are women like this? I think that the problem is that we not really taking into consideration that they just rebellious. When you see feminism coming out, when you see all of this stuff happening, what you're basically seeing is a rebellious spirit and we're acquiescing over to it. We're
so
saying,
you're saying that's their nature.
Yeah, it's just the nature of since the beginning of time. The very first woman that we've documented in the Bible was rebellious. even though she had everything. So it's not that they are lacking or that you're lacking as a man for providing for them. And it don't matter your socioeconomic status. Instagram and social media fucked it up to where it made a basic bitch think that she's supposed to get everything that the phenomenal chick get. You know what I'm saying? Everybody a baddie all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter your socioeconomic status. Wherever you are, she's going to believe that she needs to create an environment. Women will pit men against each other in order to create an environment to make them feel like they're even more wanted.
Do you think we're spoiling
the nature
the
of who
women?
they are, bro? It's just the nature. And when you understand them, you stop entertaining it so much. And then you just learn how to adapt to the circumstances so you can get the best results.
Do you think if fathers were more stern back in the 80s and the 90s that we would have a different outlook on women these days in a more positive light?
Well, that was impossible because women started having choices, right? They was able to go, they was able to listen. The only time that you truly seen real control in the household
when we had control.
I don't even want to get shampoo, no ammo.
The reason I say
is before the 70s and the 60s.
Yeah. The reason I say that is because
we come in the house and say, how many lumps you want? Oh, about 3 or 4.
That's fucked. That's
remember Edith's bunker? Edith's bunker used to run to Archie. And he didn't put a hand on her.
You believe women shouldn't have choices?
No, look.
What?
Let me
have one choice.
Not have choices or have
Do
the
I
ability
think that
to
women
choose?
shouldn't have choices?
Yes.
Well, he said it'd be better if they didn't.
I think that women should have choices. The problem is that they don't really have any real consequences. So they don't get the other side of the choice when they choose wrong, is what I'm saying. They still protected. They still get food stamps. They still get Section 8. They still get shelter. They still get women. They still get a safety net. Women are operating with a safety net, even with their choices.
Women with children.
That's why they want money. That's what Tyrese is saying.
Yeah.
Tyrese is saying.
I gotta agree.
Well, think about it though. Listen, you don't look. Even if you don't have children, you can always monkey branch over to the next nigga.
Yeah, but it depends on the morals and the values of that woman. If that's not,
no, it don't.
We're not playing the same game.
It depends on her survival instincts.
So,
if a woman truly is hungry, what you think she gonna do? Starve?
Some will.
No, she won't.
No.
Yes, they will.
No, she won't. The poorest women are the fattest.
Oh, that's true. Big fat.
So I'm asking. So where the starvation at? Wow. I'm being 100% real. Like I'm not dissing. I'm not doing none of that.
Anton, I think obesity and socioeconomic status is not always synonymous.
Listen. Y'all don't even really know what the definition of starving is what I'm saying. You don't know what suffering looks like. If you are here in the United States of America, if you are on the streets, you on the streets by choice. You're not on the streets because you forced to.
Some women are.
No, they're not.
So basically, you saying that a woman should give up some punani just to be in a better situation?
I'm not saying that a woman should do anything.
Damn right. If that's something she got to eat.
No, I'm not saying that a woman should give up anything. What I'm saying is that you're still coddled, and women don't truly understand what equality looks like. They've never really experienced it.
I think men are coddled, so that's crazy.
Wow.
And the only men that are coddled is the ones that still is getting taken care of by their single mother. That's it.
And
women should always remember.
Let me tell you something. The most fearful thing for a guy, honestly, and even I experienced it because I always knew that I had my father in my life, was when he died. When my father died in 2017, I knew that there was never going to be a situation where I could fail because I had no safety net. I couldn't go back to nobody's house. I couldn't say, hey man, I messed up. Can I stay in your basement no more? There is no safety net. If I don't get it, everybody starves. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. Yeah. Whereas if you don't get it, you can go
and go and get with the nigga that you never even really was checking for. You can give him a chance if you want to.
Or the best friends. The best friends always coming through. Yeah, girl, you could come. You could come over here.
So all I'm saying
women always
is,
got a source of income. They always got a source of income.
So mentally, I was like, shit, like I don't have no room for error. Because if I fuck up, I'm just on the street.
Yeah.
Ain't no error from ain't no like, even though I know I had it, subconsciously I was operating in like a
desperation.
No, I was operating like kind of on cruise control because I felt like I always had that safety net up under me. Yo, I can always hit my father up and kick it with him or whatever.
I felt
but when you don't have that shit and it's like it's you or nothing, it's swimmers or die. Women have never really experienced that unless it's by choice.
Well, mine isn't by choice, but I know what you feel because I'm adopted and my mom died in 2020. She's all I had. Like, I was adopted by a single woman.
Yeah.
So she's all I had. So my situation since my mom died has been
Well, you're the anomaly.
Yeah.
You're the anomaly, Tiff. But even as the anomaly, Tiff, you still have assets as a woman. If you don't have $1 to your name,
she got assets.
I promise you, there is a guy that'll be like, "Oh, I like Tiff.
Let me buy that asset."
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Nah, you
Okay, so Anton, you pretty much answered my question.
Tiff, am I off?
No, I'm sure.
So Tiff,
you thinking of a name right now?
I was ready to say you never went to a bar and got a free drink just off of just a guy sipping over you. She just
admitted it. She just,
you know what I mean?
Admitted it.
Yeah.
I have. But I've also been the broke 350-pound girl.
But guess what? When you're not 350 pounds no more, you become more valuable, right?
Oh no, because you ain't gotta. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't get no taxes when you was 350.
See how the mentality check? Just know.
But that's
you weren't getting taxes, Tiff, when you was 350.
Just know.
No. Oh my God, that's look, I don't even speak Spanish, but I can do a mean merengue because the Mexicans, they didn't care if you was a big girl.
Oh yeah, they love them big. They like them big. Yeah, with them big house dresses on. They love that shit. While they go get their backpack.
See, that's my point. It's like women don't really know here in America, anyways. Women don't really know the mentality of what it takes to be successful as a man, because our definition of success versus y'all definition of success is two different things. I think that Tyrese is justified because, you know,
his experience.
He got scars. And that's what a lot of guys have on a much lower level. Maybe they wasn't millionaires. I think it hurt worse for Tyrese because he had way more to lose. But he got scars because while he was sitting here crying on the internet, nobody was showing up to his court case. Every time I would scroll up on Instagram or some shit, I seen his ex doing videos giving women advice on how they need to operate in relationships.
Yeah.
That is my biggest peeve. I can't stand a female. Oh my God.
And guess what? And here's, you know what the funniest part about it? It was a whole lot of niggas that was in the chat like, "Oh, baby girl."
Yeah.
No matter what Tyrese's story was, no matter how much Tyrese was like, "Man, I'm going through it. This chick is kicking my ass. And I got to pay for her lawyer fees." It was still niggas in the chat saying, "Oh, baby, please.
I'll drink your bath water."
Facts. Yep. Yeah. And it was still people. It was still a lot of simps. A lot of niggas with their profile picture.
Because they feel sorry for us. She's fine, and you know.
They didn't feel sorry. They just want to hit.
Profile picture on, and it don't matter how evil a woman is. It don't matter how much she kicked the ass of another motherfucker. It's still gonna be niggas in the chat and niggas sending DMs and niggas like, "Yo, listen, baby. He just didn't know you as well as I know you." Like, nigga, you coming behind Tyrese. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
You coming behind Fast and Furious. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
Baby boy.
What you think that you better? You think that you better than Sweet Lady?
That men didn't care. They just wanted a hit. They don't care who they coming
These
behind.
niggas is amazing to me. Like, dog, you do realize that you just the next nigga in line, right?
Yep.
And some men are okay with that. What was it? Tank, Tyrese, and Genuine. Tyrese, Genuine, Tank. Whatever the order was, nigga. What the fuck is you doing?
When
some men don't care, Anton.
What do you mean? They all have his wife.
Men don't care.
Yeah,
Right.
they don't care. There are men sleeping with married women now. You think those men care?
Wait. Tank and all of them had Tyrese's wife?
Oh no, not that part. I don't know.
It'll be the next dude in line, like, but I'm better than him.
It was
What?
My joint is bigger than his.
That part, Shampoo. That's what
my joint is a hook. I hook your shit.
That once they whip that magic stick out, that they superseding anybody.
You think, hey Nikki, you think Tyrese got a big one?
No.
What?
Me neither. I think he got a little penis.
I know. Where the hell is he gotten these questions?
I said the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. You said no. I said me neither. I think he got a little nub.
What? You special.
Why you even thinking this?
If I was that preacher, I'd be like, how big is your
why is this even a thought, Shampoo?
Oh my God! Because when you hear a guy complaining about a woman, my mind go, damn, this nigga must got a little dick or something.
No, I
wow.
don't think that.
He always complaining. A nigga with a big joint don't complain. He just be like, boom, I'm here. You know, what's up? What's up? What? Where we going to dinner? Where we going to eat tonight? What you paying for?
Way more stuff.
Oh, they call it big dick energy. Whoa, yo, fill up my tank. You ever see a girl filling up a dude's tank in his car? Shit, that nigga sitting there with a garden hose.
Oh my God.
When I see a girl pumping a nigga gas, I want to say, I know that nigga shit is like, oh. You can tie that shit into a knot. She be like, what? Oh shit. In the snow blizzard. Oh, and that nigga probably got a deep voice. Like, yo, what you looking at, nigga? You know my dick is big. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, heart attack. Jesus. Oh my God. Yo, Nikki, you were so right when you said that shit. You said no. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can name a singer or rapper that I think, no, I ain't gonna go there.
Oh God.
Thank the will.
Oh my God.
Definitely clippable. Lord.
Oh, see, he got them holes in his jeans with them boots. I mean, that's a fly look, but that ain't a look of a nigga with a big shirt. He looked more like a girl. Oh my God. And that fat ass preacher next to him. Oh, I thought he was dead. I want to hear his answer to that shit.
The answer to what?
That preacher, what's his name?
This is so dumb.
TD Jakes?
Oh my God.
TD Jakes. Yo, that nigga breathe like this. He go.
TD Jakes. He's definitely from the stroke.
It's how you swallow crickets.
Not swallow. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. You got some nut in your throat.
You're not about to send me into labor tonight, okay? Cut it.
I'll cough up that nut.
Yo.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
My head
I'm
hurts.
going to the hospital tonight.
Oh my God.
It's Shampoo's fault. Take the wheel.
Oh man.
Oh wow,
God.
Y'all, it's wild. Anybody else before we move on to the next subject?
No, nobody else.
Okay, let me read the super chats, y'all. Gouda nah says shampoo A. New name is conditioner. Crash Out or Cash Out says you can't blame someone who did it the right way and still got taken advantage of. Aaron to Lucas says if we live together, you're paying half the bills and keep your job, so you didn't give up anything. So if you leave, you don't get anything. Crash Out or Cash Out again says if you signed a prenup, you place your financial future is in your own hands. You knew in advance. Plus, who said she actually did her duties? We are making assumptions. Donnie Agent says my ex-wife was mad because she did not get my pension. I bled for this country. She did not, period. Mr. Jamie Lee says, being Nikki's ex, I'm thankful she worked with me in divorce. I had 50-50 custody. Our marriage wasn't perfect, but our co-parenting should be studied. Shout out to Nikki's ex. Shout out to you. You're muted, Nikki, but shout out to everybody in the super chat. We appreciate you guys.
Wow.
Nikki, better you than me, baby, because mine was
that was a good thing. That was a good thing. But I do have an announcement, you guys. Just letting you guys know, spread the word. This show will no longer be on Monday nights. Okay. Next week, Wednesday, is when the shows will continue. So this show, this panel show will continue next week, Wednesday. Same time, same channel. Just letting you guys know. So you're gonna have to find something else to do on Monday nights, okay? But definitely, definitely tune in next week, Wednesday, same time, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, and whatever it is in California. So thank you. Thank you guys for all that. That was a good little laugh. My head hurts. So what's on Mondays? Dirty Woman says, what's on Mondays? I don't know. Anton might come up with a different show, but as of now, this show is moving to Wednesday nights next week. So stay out of trouble on Wednesday nights, unless Anton comes up with a whole different show or anything.
No, it's going to be a new show on Monday.
Okay, new show on Monday.
It's going to be called Fight Club, but I'm not going to tell y'all I'm not going to tell y'all what it is yet.
Wait, I was coughing. You called it what?
It's going to be called Fight Club.
You bringing it back?
No, but it's not going to be the same as it was before.
Okay.
Let me be on there.
What's the premise of that show?
Okay,
it's gonna be a structured 1v1 debate show.
Okay. So Monday nights will be a debate show on this channel.
Me hosting probably, and I'm gonna get people from two different opposite ends of the spectrum for a specific subject. We might talk politics, we might talk women, we might talk whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a 1v1 debate show, and it's gonna be a prize associated with it.
That's fine.
And whoever it is that wins, will probably win the prize.
Okay,
and they'll be crowned the champion until they dethrone.
Okay, so where do the people, if they wanted to debate, are you finding the people, or do they need to reach out to you so they can debate?
I'm finding them. I'm hunting them down.
Okay, so don't reach out to me about no Monday show with him debating. Okay, don't DM me.
No. They're gonna do it anyway.
Will it be on this channel also?
Huh?
Will it be on this channel also?
Yep, it's gonna be on this channel.
Okay, so as you guys heard it, new show will be on Monday. It will be a debate show. Anton will find the people. Our show is moving to Wednesday night, same time. Do you know what time your show is going to be Monday nights?
Probably 9 or 10 o'clock, something like that. It'll be around the same time.
Okay. So make sure you guys hear on Monday nights also. So come back Monday.
And it's gonna be all kind of different stuff. Like the subjects is gonna be vast, and it's gonna be, like I said, you're gonna have to come with your A game, or you know.
Will they know in advance, or?
Yep, they gonna know in advance. Yep.
Okay. They can brush up on their knowledge.
Yep, and it's gonna be dope.
when they lose, start cursing the motherfucker out. As soon as they start losing, they shut up, motherfucker.
And again, it's not just gonna be for reputation. You know, it'll be for real prizes, real money.
So they're wanting to know, okay, so this is a good question. How are you choosing who's going to win? Are the viewers going to choose, or it's just going to be your take?
I don't know if I'm going to have it weighted. That's what I'm working out now. That's what I'm working out the details, because somebody could be more popular than the other person.
That's a fact, or more known.
Right.
Or
but I do want the audience to be able to play a role. So I think it may be weighted. Audience may have a 25% input. I don't know if I want to score it based off of rounds, because I think I'm gonna do like 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Or 4 rounds, and then if it's tied, then do a tiebreaker, and then let the audience choose. I'm figuring out the dynamics of what worked the best. I'm testing some stuff out.
Yeah.
But I definitely want audience participation. I'm just not sure if they're gonna be the ones that determine definitively who the winner is, because anybody can bring a bunch of people in and then say, "Oh, I won."
True.
It's gonna be a real winner. It's gonna be a clear-cut winner, without a doubt. And
they're gonna have time limits on how they can talk. They're gonna have a time.
Yeah, I'm gonna moderate it. I'm gonna moderate the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be dope. I got a new concept coming. You know,
is there a prize?
Yeah, he said there's a prize.
Cash.
Okay, well, let me know when my date is.
No, we're gonna screen. We're gonna screen people real
and the
good.
thing gonna be, it's gonna be a winner take all. Ain't gonna be no consolation.
Ooh.
It's either you win or you don't. You know what I'm saying? I
like
don't know
that.
if I want to make it a couple hundred, 500. I don't know what I'm gonna make it, but it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I'm in.
I like that. As he said, y'all interested, Anton will be reaching out, so don't DM me about no Monday panel doing debates. Okay.
The idea be levels though, like how they got weight classes in boxing, determining.
Don't worry, we're gonna screen them. We're gonna screen them. We're gonna screen them.
Yeah, it's gonna be super dope. It's gonna be really, really dope.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that somebody in the chat said people love drama. This sounds like a good idea. Good idea. It is.
Yeah, and so and another thing is, like, you know, if I think that people fundamentally got differences, I think that one of the problems in our community is that we so quick to, you know, want to get physical. And I think that the real test of whether or not you're great is whether or not you can get mental. So if you can defeat somebody mentally, you know, then I think that shows that you're a better person than a person that just want to always get physical about everything. And so instead of just talking about it and instead of telling people, "Oh man, we need to do this differently," I'm gonna create it. And that's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, that sounds like good.
We gonna clown the Neanderthal, and we gonna champion the intellectual.
Jess, why are you looking like that?
A lot of people don't use their mental.
I'm kind of picking up what Anton putting down, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be dope. It could be anything. Some people say it may be sports, it may be politics, it may be relationships.
But what if that person doesn't know about sports?
Then he not gonna pick them. So Anton
I'm
is
gonna go like, you know, I wouldn't pick somebody that is a political person to talk about sports. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hunting for the best people, the best debaters. Like I'm not interested in just bringing anybody. I want people that actually know how to communicate effectively. And I'm scouring everything and everywhere. I'm scouring TikTok. I'm scouring Instagram. I'm scouring YouTube. I'm scouring in person. I'm just scouring everywhere. And that's what I want to have a conversation about. I want the street nigga to debate against the baby daddy, the nerd. No, I want the nerd to debate against the street nigga. I want the Republican versus the Democrat. I want the gay person versus the straight person. I want everything. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to do.
So if somebody's interested, Anton, what should they do? Should they email you? And
you can email me. Email me at AntonDaniels413@gmail.com. But if you email me, don't just email me and say, Anton, I want to do it. I want to see what you got. Like you got to have.
How are they going to do that?
Because I want to see your social media presence. I want to see your YouTube channel. I want to see your work. Yeah. If you ain't got no work, then don't hit me up. Like, don't just sit up here and send me and say I want to be on there because you may come up here and be mute. I need to see your work.
Yeah, niggas think they could do shit.
I want to see all of that. So
that's his email address. I just put it on top.
People are legends in their own mind.
Yeah. So I want to see your work. Show me your work and let's get to it.
Somebody said do a multiple wives debate. Lord have mercy.
Don't worry. I hate when people start producing. Anton got it. Niggas start producing your show. You should shut the fuck up. You know what you should do? No.
All right, let me get to these super chats, then we can go to the next subject. Dirty Woman says, Anton, will the Monday show have a similar structure to Toastmasters? I did that in prison and it helped my debate skills.
Maybe
that might be good research.
Prison? That girl was in prison?
We'll see. You'll see. It's gonna be awesome.
She probably wasn't in prison. She was probably interviewing people in prison.
We listen.
No, she said no. I know who she is. She did a stint.
Oh,
damn.
She like she did that credit card stuff.
Crash on Catch us with Anton. Sign me up. Nope, you got to email him and email some of your content, okay? But email Anton, okay? But shout out to y'all in the chat. We appreciate you guys here on this Monday night. Let's go to Keke. Once again, Keke's just talking and talking. Okay, let's watch this clip when she says, on never living together, another hurt person.
Let me play devil's advocate. Pretend we're on a first date.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, Keke, yeah, do you want the steak? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so do you want kids?
I could be open, but one thing I need you to know is that I never want to live together.
You're so quick. Should I take it personally?
I like my alone time.
But is that real?
That's real.
Oh, wait, are you speaking as Keke?
Yeah, I'm speaking as the Keke.
Not the
Okay, girl. I just feel like, Whoopi Goldberg said it best once. She was like, I don't want nobody in my house.
Yeah.
Wait. Time out. You're for real right now?
She's for real.
So what
marry even.
So he's gonna live around the corner?
Around the corner would be great.
What about a guest house? Would you let him live in the guest house?
He can be in the guest house. You know what I'm saying? We can be on the same, land, but I'm over there and he's over there.
Yeah.
At best, separate rooms.
Okay.
So what about, you go to the bathroom, you have the 2 toothbrushes?
No, so he can mess my bathroom.
Is that your hot take? So if that's your hot take.
That's one of them.
And that's a hot.
I can't close my mouth.
But think about how fun it would be to be like, I'm going over to my man's house.
Yeah.
Over there.
You know what?
It keeps things right.
It's fun and exciting. I want to go sleep on his couch.
And he better clean when you're coming over.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I will say I'm laughing about it, but there are probably people watching right now who agree with you.
Come on.
Many
it
people.
just helps to keep. I feel like sometimes you can be just too up under.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's get some space.
She said, yes, I do.
I like her. She's very good. She's very bright. I like her.
She's very bright.
Yeah, she seems like she knows what she wants. And Anton said something like that a long time ago. By having separate, it keeps the it made sense.
I tell a man to stay away from her.
It would take a very masculine man to deal with something like that.
But don't get it twisted. If she get the right man, she gonna be like, "Don't leave. I want to live with you." She's saying that now because she's bitter. But I like the way she was handling that question.
Do you think that that's the reason why she chose the baby daddy that she has? Because was this interview before or after she had kids? Because she has a kid and
literally just
alienated her baby daddy. So is this before or after?
I think this is just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, that's just who she is. That's the reason why she chose the kind of man that she chose to have a kid with. Somebody that didn't have no backbone because she just want to go over.
But let me ask y'all a question. Because y'all can speak to that too. But like it says at the bottom, do y'all think that relationships, the dynamic of what we define relationships to be, based off of everything that we've seen tonight, with Tyrese saying what he said, with Keke Palmer saying what she said, do y'all think that we need to embrace to just completely abandon what traditionalism is because that's not something that people are embracing anymore? Do y'all think that it needs to be a different? Has relationships basically changed forever? Like, should we stop trying to romanticize how things used to be, knowing that we never gonna get that again?
I don't think that they should change, but I think that more of that type of thinking is going to be more common. But I don't think things should change because I like them traditional.
So,
but when you were saying that before, and when Keke, if you really was listening to her, she wants her own space.
Cool. Let me answer a question.
Yeah.
Is that advice that you can give to people that are coming up trying to get into a relationship today?
Different strokes for different folks.
Would you be able to confidently think that they're gonna be able to have what you have in this new day and age?
But Anton, do you know how many older couples have separate bedrooms?
I was just about to say that, Jess.
Like, this isn't something that's new. Grandma and Pop got separate beds. They sleep in separate rooms. They come see each other during the day, and at night they go to their living quarters.
But a lot of times they did that for different reasons. Like, for example, one of the reasons a lot of times that they started to sleep separately is because sometimes they would have different, like the dad would have different shifts. Like, a lot of times he would work midnights, you know what I'm saying? And then when he would go to sleep at a different time, or his schedule.
Let's not deal with outliers though, Anton.
No, those are not outliers.
It wasn't the spice of their relationship.
Let's focus
on
preference.
Real reasons, or because he snored or whatever, right? Those were real reasons.
And I'm not negating that, but I want to focus on preference because that's what Keke was referring to. And it's a preference. So let's talk about preference. There are older couples who prefer to live in separate bedrooms.
And let me add some more context. A lot of times those couples wanted to be apart and they couldn't. And so they had to stay together.
That's why I said it should be more acceptable.
They didn't want to necessarily be in the same bedroom as each other anymore. So, I mean, and some of them just wanted to have different bedrooms. They wanted to have different spaces. They had the space to be able to do that. But my point is that is it possible for, I mean,
you asked me, would I give that advice?
I personally think with social media, with the dynamics of women having more freedom, with feminism, with people now saying that they want partners, with women making more money supposedly and all of this, not necessarily saying that overall they make more money than men, but they making more money than ever before, than they ever had before. Is the dynamics of relationships different now? Do we have to think of them differently than we did traditionally?
So, Anton, I want to make this correction because I see you make this preference a lot as it relates to partners, right? And why the terminology for partners is used. It's not so that a woman can feel like, oh, I'm should be up here with a man and I'm his partner. When people talk about partner, the word partner is meant to exhibit inclusivity, right? That is the basis of it. Instead of saying boyfriend, girlfriend, which is polarizing, which isn't necessarily inclusive to those who might identify within the LGBTQIA community, the term partner was coined and used, but not in relation to trying to keep up with a man. And when you
disagree. I think that a lot of times women
I'm a subject matter expert, so I'm telling you.
Right. But here's a no.
But I'm telling you that
it's called a SME. We call them SMEs. SMEs are SME, subject matter expert, and it's applicable to corporate America or whether or not you're talking about social dynamic. So I understand what you're saying, but I am too. And I've
in relation to inclusivity and diversity and terminology.
I understand exactly what the terminology is, but my implementation of it is actual real coaching sessions with, if not hundreds, close to 1,000 people, right? And what I'm telling you is that when you talk to her separately and she says that she wants a partner, in most instances, she's basically saying that she wants some say-so inside of the relationship. She wants some control over what she traditionally, men just did what men do and they didn't necessarily answer to women. Now, a man has to, in a lot of instances, when they define as a partner, discuss what he's going to do with her before he does it because he's not really the head of the household. You see what I'm saying? So partnership in the mind of people even when you say it, you're reprogramming yourself to think, oh, she got just as much say so as I do. Now, in a traditional household, that never meant that she wasn't included. A lot of times it was so inclusive to where the woman a lot of times was the ones that got the paycheck and then they paid the bills because the guy just didn't want to be bothered with that. He just wanted to go and do what he wanted to do. So it never meant that the woman wasn't included, but we changed the dynamic of the language because women wanted more say-so of what happened inside of the household.
Want to be more
But should women have say-so if a man isn't the sole breadwinner? Because back in the day, we could say that, yeah, women didn't typically work because they couldn't. But like now, a lot of women are working. And then now, a lot of men are not the head of household. So now,
that's the
and
problem,
I'm just...
though, Jess. You know why that's a problem? Because even if women are contributing, even if the man is not the sole breadwinner, in most instances, overwhelmingly, even if they make around the same amount of money, he still pays the majority of the bills.
Who's doing majority of the labor?
It doesn't matter.
He is.
It does matter. Because we're not both finna do a 40-hour week. You get to come home and lay on your ass, and then I got to come home, cook, clean, swing from a chandelier, and do X, Y. It don't work like that. It's levels to it.
Let me ask you a question, Jess.
That's why they're so
and pay my half.
If you work 40 hours in an administrative role, or maybe you work from home, right? And I work 40 hours and I'm a lineman and I'm up here fucking reconnecting lines and getting people power back on in the cold. Is it the same 40?
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, I thought he asked me.
Is it the same 40 or no?
I don't
care.
Yes.
No, it's not.
We'll have to agree to disagree, and that's okay.
No, you come on, Jess. You know it's not.
Yes, you're gonna stick to that.
You know it's not the same.
We can agree to disagree, and I'm cool with it.
See, and this is why we can't have a conversation because
does it ever counterbalance?
No, because you're gonna be disingenuous. I'm
not
trying
because
to.
That's when the dude raised his hand.
No, I'm not trying to prove you wrong. I'm really trying to have a conversation. But if you're gonna be disingenuous about it,
and I'm
you're gonna be
disingenuous
disingenuous about it. If you sitting at home and you never leave the house, and I have to go out there and crack and bust my ass, is it the same 40?
One could argue that mental anguish is way worse than physical anguish.
You
right?
out of your mind. You smoking.
Nah, you crazy. No.
So mental anguish isn't worse than physical anguish?
No,
that's crazy.
Look, I can kind of agree with you on that.
Because just because I'm at home and I'm still dealing. Let's just say if I have a customer service role, I'm still dealing with people. You dealing with the stress that they got. They talking to you.
I'm
crazy
dealing with
like
the
that.
stress that if I don't connect this the right way, I could die.
And now I feel like we having a racing match to who's having the worst at their job.
No.
The only reason that this came up is because you tried to compare. The only reason that this came up is because you tried to compare and say, well, if I'm working 40 and you working 40, but it's not the same 40.
But let's just say it's not one of them kind of jobs. And we both just working 40 hours. Let's just say
I gotta say the pressure is still on his back, regardless. He has to be the one to make sure
it's on his back, but he still need my half. I gotta give him my half and then come home and cook clean.
Hold on. I got you, Saywan. And I'm gonna come to you. But let me help you to understand something. This is how I know a person is not ready for a relationship. Because when you get into a relationship and you become one, there is no mine and yours. It's just in the pot. And nobody is comparing. Nobody is saying, hey, this is yours, this is mine. That's not a relationship. That's still boyfriend and girlfriend. This is how I know, and I've done 1,000 coaching sessions. I know the difference between somebody that is ready for a marriage and if somebody is still ready to just play house. Because when you want to play house, you still trying to have a yours as yours and mine's as mine's. When you ready to get married, it all goes into the same pot. And so much so to where you don't, as a man, you don't discount her contribution. You actually value what she does, even if it's just a mother, because we all working together for the same thing. We all working together in order to make sure that we all benefit. If we all bought in, and I'm not trying to fuck up or I'm not trying to separate it, then we playing with our cards face up. We all in together. It
That's
ain't no
an
yours.
oxymoron.
When my direct deposit hit, I don't say, oh man, you know, but wait a minute, don't touch it. I don't say that shit. You know what she do? She go buy the groceries, she go get the stuff that she need to get, she go shopping or whatever, and nobody is keeping score. Is what I'm saying.
So why Tyrese Shorty get all that backlash then?
You're a scorekeeper, is what I'm saying.
Because you're
a scorekeeper.
It's all in the same pot. It's all the money. So why matter if she's trying to get something when she leaves?
Listen, I'm so
y'all
much.
y'all like to apply stuff when it's applicable.
I'm so much of an all-in together type of thing.
She's vindictive.
I'm so much of an all-in type of thing, and that.
Okay, so we all in, and Tyrese Shorty wanted her money.
Hold on. My daughter we don't even keep score with her. Everything is just all in the family. It's just a family pot. We just gonna run that shit up, and we all integrate it, and you gonna take care of this. And listen, I called the real estate agent, but you out there and you checking on the site, you making sure that the contractors are straight. Nobody is dividing responsibility.
Anton, you have that flexibility. Hear me out though. Not every man has that opportunity to do that, because my thing is a lot of men can't carry a full household by themselves. So he could be dependent on her half.
It doesn't matter. It's all one pot.
But if hers don't come into the pot and he only got that half, how the bills gonna get paid? That's what I'm trying to say. He needs to
step up on game.
See, this goes
make
back.
Adjustments. No. If she working and he working and they both bring it. Listen, at the end of the day, if I make $150,000 by myself and she don't bring in no resources, but she cover all of this other shit, and then you over there, you and your man, you make 75 or he make 90, right? And then you make 60. We all still making $150,000 in a household.
That's not. Can we get realistic numbers here, please?
You missing the point. It don't matter if y'all going. It don't matter if y'all going 90-60 or we going 150-0. It's all 150 or 100 or 80, whatever it is. You're in it together is the point. And the minute that you start keeping score is the minute that I know that you're not supposed to be in a relationship.
Exactly, because that mentality is already divided before you even become one. Like you.
And that's what
but if
Keke's
she's not
representing.
bringing anything in, you're gonna resent her in a while.
Well, that's why he said resources.
You divide responsibilities depending on your circumstance. So if I'm running it up and I say, hey, listen, it don't make sense for us to get a daycare. I don't want nobody raising our kids. Plus, you know what I'm saying? It actually takes away because if
that's
you
a big nut though.
all you doing is paying to pay somebody to take care of the kids to put their values in it. I'd rather you stay home. Listen, focus on this. I'm gonna focus on this. We make some adjustments, whatever, so on and so forth, and we gonna run that shit up. Where is this team at? Like, why we not a team no more?
It's a lack of humility.
Well, everybody doesn't have that mentality.
It's not score, it's expectation is what I'm saying.
It's a lack
the expectation that not only do I also have to do my 40, I'm doing the brunt of the labor at the house that a man doesn't necessarily have to do and it's not held accountable to do. We're talking about expectation, not necessarily keeping score.
It's a lack of.
I feel where you're coming from. Yes, I do my same.
Thank you, Ted. Like they're taking this and
one mic.
So when it's snowfall, or the grass got to be cut, or the gutters got to be clean, or any of that type of stuff.
Once every 6 weeks.
That's not.
This is why.
Grass being cut.
Well, it's funny because
you
gotta clean the gutters twice.
He's gonna ask you for your head.
Anton, this is why relationships has changed.
Listen,
this is the mindset right here.
This is why I say you need to vet your women. You need to vet the women that you're serious about. If I would start
sitting there arguing with a woman about responsibilities, dividing responsibilities, I'm out.
Period. Like,
wait, say that again.
If I have to sit there and go back and forth, if I even have to discuss dividing responsibilities to try to make it equal, I'm out.
Yeah, there's no reason to argue.
In that situation, I'd rather just fuck you and send you home.
Period. Because what are you here for? You just here to complain about whatever.
I think you missed it. I would rather fuck you and send you home than to take care of you 100%.
Because it's gonna be a headache.
I can always send you home with a wet ass, but I don't have to do this. Like I don't have to allow for you to benefit from being in my world. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing you a favor. And I want you to take equity into the company, like this company that we building together, or I could send you home.
Mufasa, did you have something to add? Look like you did.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, I'm 24, by the way. And
damn.
I got a kid.
We can hear you, but we can't hear you.
You look older, but go ahead. Try it again.
Jess.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I increased your audio. Go ahead.
No,
Right,
Q said, "Damn."
I'm 24.
Who 24?
He look older. Sorry.
like
I'm not letting this guy
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give y'all the average person life. So I go to trucking school in 2 weeks, and I make sure I study hard and all that because I have a family to take care of. And me and my fiance came up with a plan to the point that, like somebody said, I don't want daycare taking care of my children and raising my children and like that. I want this to be a team thing, and we're gonna be married before our baby come and all that because I want a kid out of wedlock. So overall, is
she pregnant now?
Yeah.
So you already got
it was out of wedlock. It was out of wedlock.
I'm bad. I thought, man, boy, I'm still figuring this out. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm making sure that I handle business, and even now with my job that I currently have, I'm making sure that I don't lack on nothing. And I slave at FedEx like a motherfucker, but I still handle my business. But I'm going to find a career so that I can build my wealth, so that my wife won't have to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just like somebody said, it's a team thing. You got to make sure on the same thing.
She the same age as you?
She's like 2 years younger.
2 years younger?
Yeah.
Y'all known each other for a while?
Yeah, we've been together 2.5 years.
That's what's up. Did she already got a kid at all?
No. It's both our
That's good.
That's what's up. I mean, I think you can figure it out. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we got our first place together. We, we figured it out.
You seem like a good guy, man. You seem like a good guy. Only thing I would say to you is, well, I would have to know her too, but in a general sense, only thing I would say is continue to keep. It sounds like you enthusiastic about having a kid. Sound like you excited about getting married. Just stay on that path, bro. Just know that you're gonna become more successful. You're gonna become greater. And don't let nobody get in y'all ear or knock y'all off y'all square. Keep y'all business to yourself, and don't let nobody else get involved with what y'all got going on. As long as it's going good.
And from let me tell you something from an older guy. Let me tell you somebody's name 60. It sounds what you said sounds beautiful, but a lot of things gonna happen during all of this time. People gonna die, like you know what I'm saying. Serious stuff gonna happen. You're gonna go to the doctor. You're gonna get diagnosed with something. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta understand who you with. Can they stand that? Yeah. When you come home and say, I got liver cancer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start looking.
That's
crazy.
A little dire shampoo.
Yeah, but I'm telling you're a checkup away from death. I'm telling you. Yeah. So you gotta know who you with. Are they there for the long haul? You 24. Big and strong, dick hard. But what about later? What about 50? What about 60 when that shit getting, will she put up with it? She gonna be like, what the hell happened to that hard ass dick? That shit used to have veins. That shit used to have veins in it, Mustafa. Why is it smooth? Now it's smooth.
Champagne, you sure be talking about a lot of shit.
Oh shit! That shit had veins like a dope fiend veins. Yo, enjoy 24. Cause yo, seriously, not me, but people my age, they gotta stuff it in there. They gotta put it in there like when you at the airport, you put that bin and stuff it. Push it in there, Daddy. Push it in there. Push it in there. Stuff it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nah, seriously, Mustafa, seriously. All jokes aside, it's all downhill from here, brother. You at your peak. Yo, you need to talk to people like my age to tell you the real deal. This gets yo.
What he's talking about.
But your uncle gonna tell you some rosy stuff. You know what I'm saying? He gonna say, yo, you know, because Anton was being nice too. You know what I'm saying? We love you. But I'm telling you, I love you in a different way. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Your wife is nice and young. You know what's gonna happen?
Oh man!
I swear, Anton, you gonna have
she gonna come in there looking like a mother. You gonna say, damn, like Jay-Z do to Beyonce. You go, damn, every year you looking like your mama. Sure. In another 5 years, you're gonna look like a clown.
That's horrible.
Oh my God! Woo!
Yo.
Oh my God!
Yo.
Oh man! Damn! How did we get to this shit?
Oh man!
Oh, we love it down here. We go down here together.
Oh my God!
At night we go down there. In the daytime we up there. Oh man, y'all funny.
It's so funny.
My head hurt.
Jess, do you think
Jess,
do you think that women that think the way that you explain are ready for a relationship?
What is the way that I think?
I said explain the way that you explain things.
All right, repeat that one more time.
What do you think that women that think the way that you explained it in the conversation that you and I was just having, like you think that they're ready for relationships?
Some, yes.
Why? Well, you think they're mentally ready for a relationship? Why do you think they're ready for a relationship?
Okay, I'm gonna be objective here and say that you all did have some points about not keeping score. This is all one big pot. Why we're not sharing it? But on the flip side of it, I've talked to a lot of women who happen to be married, and then also you look at women who post stuff on social media, women and different chats and other different sources. They talk about a lot of the labor that they do in a relationship where they feel like a man just has the luxury of going to work. And in this day and age, a lot of women work too, but they're still expected to carry on the labor of the house. So I think it boils down to not wanting to burn yourself out in a marriage. And it also kind of ties into Tip's point of choosing peace. For some women,
do you think that those women communicate effectively?
Some do. And I'm gonna be y'all might disagree with this point.
I don't think that a guy gonna be like, oh fuck you, bitch, if she say, hey babe, can you, if I cook, can you clean? Or something like I, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see why it's the problem. I think that women they'll go on the internet and do a fucking story time before they actually go and communicate with the person that they're laying next to.
I disagree, Anton, and I feel like if it ever gets to a point where a woman is opting, y'all might disagree, but it is what it is. If a woman is opting to leave a relationship, a marriage, or whatever, it's because she has communicated repeatedly and it fell on deaf ears.
No, that's very cap.
Because if I ever want to communicate,
y'all don't have to agree, but
if I
there are
ever
a lot
want
of
to
other women who would say
communicate with,
otherwise.
if I ever want to communicate with my girl, I'm gonna sit her down on my lap and we gonna kick it. And I'm gonna just be like, "Hey, babe, have you ever thought about this? Like, it's not that hard."
Anton, but not every man is intentional about doing that.
Yeah,
Some
we
men
can put our
don't
man
care.
on our lap.
No, but your version of that is laying in the bed. I mean, I'm saying, like, y'all know.
There are women who and don't even talk to the man crazy, who would legitimately come to a man and express her concerns or her feelings about things that are happening that just don't change. She could tell a man, I feel like I am drowning, and nothing changes. Eventually you get burnt out and you say, you know what, I got to check up out
I
of this,
want to go
because
and drown. I want to drown alone instead of with somebody.
but if the person you're with is putting your head under the water, they're killing you.
How? Give me an example of how that happens.
God, this is so dramatic.
I've just explained that.
No. Give me a real physical example of how a person is figuratively putting a person's head underwater.
It would just be the example that I gave you before, where both parties are expected and have to work. A woman taking a brunt of the physical, emotional, and labor of the household, especially as it pertains to the kids, especially if they have younger children. A lot of times the women don't really get a lot of breaks. The man could just leave the house. He could go to work. He can do X, Y, and Z. But oftentimes women don't get breaks in that. They
Can
with
I
these
say
kids
something?
24/7. Let me finish my point. Especially a lot of women have 2 under 2. Like, they literally are overstimulated. They feel overworked. They just, and this is where also postpartum comes into play. So if you don't have a supportive man who's willing to say, baby, you know what? You've cooked this week. Let me cook. Or you know what? We'll get a chef for the next month while you focus on doing X, Y, and Z.
Let me.
I don't see. No. Let me first say this.
Ain't nothing wrong with
You can
that.
go ahead and say. You can go ahead and say after this. No, she. There are circumstances. She's right. There are circumstances where women feel burnt out, or they feel by themselves, and all of that other stuff. But again, I think that one of the things that they don't do is that they wait until they practically collapse before they start to communicate the thing that they actually going through. They don't communicate while they're going through it. They wait till they get all the way up to here. Then they be like, I'm burned out, do something about it. And that's not fair.
It's
That's
like
not
we
fair.
expect
So
them to
I
see
understand
us.
what you're saying, and I don't think that you're wrong, but I think I still think it's a gap.
Go ahead. We can agree to disagree.
I can
So,
see that.
so there's
disagree
two.
with you. Why you gonna disagree with me and I
Hold
agree
on,
with
hold
you?
on, hold on. There's 2 parts to this. There are 2 parts to this. So the first part is, Jess, you were saying that you get burnt out. Do you think that you would be in a situation where it would be worse if you were by yourself dealing with everything without him, or do you think you would put yourself in a better position by leaving him?
Certain situations, it would be best if a woman leave. And I always say, you can't pour from an empty cup. If I'm literally overstimulated, my mental health is in the toilet, I'm no good for these kids. This environment is not great. It might be best if we part ways so that I can have a peace of mind and regain myself while we figure out a co-parenting situation. So I do think it's applicable.
That's
Okay,
not
so
real,
the,
Jess.
hold on.
That's a fairy tale.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling you from experience, that is a fairy tale.
So the
like all
second
these
part.
things we thinking about, self-worth and my mental capacity. What is that? What are you talking about? Are we talking about surface stuff? Are we talking about our emotions and not thinking about the legacy or the bigger picture that we were trying to build?
I'm talking about women who kill their kids because they're so overworked and overstimulated because they don't have women who hit their kids.
That's a whole mental.
Whoa.
No.
But I'm telling you, with postpartum, it does get to that. It can get to that point.
No, but we're talking about
Okay.
somebody dealing with mental health issues. When you're talking about postpartum and not being able to deal with the kids and overwork, all these things you talking about were already being done, whether you was faking like that's the type of woman you was when y'all met, or you was
but you talking about kids, though.
Okay, I have to say this. I have to say this is exactly what I was trying to bring up last time. Is that men carry a harder mental load when it actually comes to relationships, because we understand that if we mess up, if something goes wrong, it's on us. That's why the majority of men, they're like, okay, I'll just go ahead and take care of 60 or 75 or whatever percent of the bills. But the majority of the men in America, they're not, it's not no 50-50. The majority of the men are taking care of the majority of the bills. And what that does for women, you can argue with me all you want, but what that does for women is it gives them the ability to be flexible. That's why you actually see women switching jobs, or women actually, I'm just going to go ahead, take off and take care of the kids, or whatever the case may be. The man gives you that ability to be flexible, so you can do what you want to do. You can be in your femininity and actually do what you want to do, because you change. We understand that women are neurotic. So we allow them to do that because we are going to be the ones to take care of the majority of the load, regardless if it's physical or if it's just mental stress.
I ain't do no physical shit.
And that's the thing. I love what he said, because women they're not looking at the situation from an equal balance. It's like the women's needs is all the way up here and the men's needs is all the way down here. So with me saying that, I'm saying like, okay, how Jess is saying, oh, a woman can be overwhelmed. She can be, overstimulated, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Kill the kids.
And not the man feel that same thing whenever he's coming home from work, and then hear you coming and saying that, oh, I feel like I'm not being appreciated.
Well, we'll take it out on you. That's all. You're an outlet. You're a punching bag. So to speak.
Exactly. And it's like the men have to be a punching bag in order to show some kind
of... It don't work like that. It don't work like that, sis. It don't work like that.
And it's like, that's not fair at all.
You the punching bag.
Instead of you just being a part of a team, like Anton was talking about, and understanding what loads need to be handled and communicating, hey.
That's how it is in my house. We're a team. We're a team.
I need 30 minutes. Can you give me 30 minutes? Cool. The man can give you 30 minutes if he's home. But if these men is not knowing exactly what the heck is going on, and like Anton or Say was saying, you wait all the way until you're blowing your fuse to say something. You're ready to leave at this point.
That's when people get hurt. People get stabbed and all kind of crazy. You're right. You're right.
Look, Shampoo, vouch for me. Don't women always sit there and be like, oh, the man not doing this, he's not doing that, he wants to do this, but they'll tell their friends all the time. But then there's still a other side of the story, right? There's the man side. I didn't do this. Friend,
we call that putting hot sauce on it. Yeah,
exactly. But they're not really saying, they're not being honest with themselves and what's happening. What's happening is these women have so many different expectations. Oh, I want him to take out the trash as soon as he sees the trash is full without me having to say anything. He got other stuff on his mind too, just like the woman. How is that fair? It's not fair. Nothing is a level playing field when it comes to a man and a woman, and what the man's responsibilities is and what the woman's responsibilities is. I'm sorry.
You are not a bitch. You're a beautiful woman. You're not a bitch. You're a beautiful woman.
Look at
and I apologize. Now, San Juan, are you black?
What's that?
Are you black or Indian or?
No, I'm black. I'm black.
I sense Indian.
Nah.
Were you about to say he looked like one of them call agents?
Yeah. You want to call or you want to speak?
I am dead.
You want to cancel. You can cancel.
Nah, I'm from Cali, man.
Too dead.
You want to have the slice of the beat on the beat? Why they always talk like they going up the hill? You want to go to the little beat?
A mess. But let me read the super chat so I can get y'all out of here. A debate with Umar Johnson would be fire. The right insight just will not be returning to Avenger Doomsday. Jay's production says when they answer with, I feel like all logic is out the door. It says just as single and hurt, used to dealing with dusty men. Y'all just gonna stress yourselves out talking to her. Dirty Woman says the man is responsible for the household, not the woman. She's the helpmate. She takes his direction. The pressure will always be more on the man more than the woman. Money doesn't change that. God will judge the man first. AR_Smitty says just suffers from arrested development.
Wow.
Is she going to take that bullet if burglars are breaking in the house? A woman would be cooking after work if she was single anyway. Woman like just turned me off from marriage. Man the Grace says, just have you ever talked to married men? MRG Rap says, just please stop binge watching Lifetime movies. Your brain fried for real. You have a negative rebuttal and excuse for everything. 414 Shell Shocks, it's crazy how women like Jess say they're naturally nurturers yet complain about doing their duty, yet criticize men if they got tired of protecting and providing. They always want a break. Yo_Eric TV. All I hear is women are lazy. Dead man the Grace says Jess will always have one foot out the door. 414 Shell Shock says, why do women keep talking as if women make more than men annually overly? Somehow all these panels, everyone makes over 100K, yet work with extra money. April 2024 says, hey Q, hey girl. Who's that? Oh, hey girl, long time no see. If you want to join the panel, hit me up again. And we're going to go to the panelists and you guys can shout out your channels. We do appreciate you guys here on this Monday. Our next show will be moving to next week, Wednesday. Okay. So we'll start with Tiff's Take. Go ahead.
Tiff, my name is Tiff's Take, or that's my channel here on YouTube. And I just kind of teach YouTube growth. I've been in the corporate world for 27 years and I've always hired brand ambassadors. So now my channel teaches people how to be a brand ambassador.
Okay. Shout out to you. Okay. Go ahead, Mufasa.
Oh, you follow me at Mufasa the Scar. I'm finna be a certified truck in the next 2 months.
Excuse me.
Yeah. All right, Shampoo.
Jess, sorry, excuse me.
You can follow me at It's Me Gorgeous, and then make sure you click the profile in my bio to get you some cold pressed juice. Drink juice.
Okay. Say Juan.
That's what you want?
I am Say One History. You can actually catch me on YouTube at the Mel's Perspective anywhere on any social media platform.
Okay. Nikki.
I'm Nikki, your favorite auntie, YouTube channel, Just a Brown Girl in America. And we follow all type of social issues, politics, trying to make common sense in a not so common sense world. So come holler at me. And if you're in the St. Louis area, we are doing a live audience show on February 22nd. Details to be announced.
And Shampoo, where can the people find you at?
Oh, you can find me at Ask Shampoo on YouTube and IG, Instagram. And I'm old, but I'm not on Facebook.
Okay.
That's for old motherfuckers. Shout out to Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
Okay. Carmaya.
Hey y'all. Come follow me at Mama She Heals at Instagram and on TikTok. I'm showing everybody my new brand that I'm doing now. I want to bring, our people back to family and, the culture of family and understanding the importance of it and healing our bodies. I got a lot of natural remedies that I have that's going to be coming out. And I also just wrote my first children's book. I have.
Good for you.
Congrats.
Ayana and the Lotus Seed. So y'all check me out.
Okay, congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining the panel. As we said, this Monday night show will be moving to Wednesday. So next week, Wednesday. But Anton is having a debate show on Mondays now. So if you are interested, you have to email him and you have to email him some of your content so he knows what your how you communicate, how you debate and all that, so he can match you up with the right person. But
Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club. It's not the old Fight Club we used to have back in the day.
So you had one before? Okay.
Oh, it used to pop. So
it got
Anton
real.
created it. I'm gonna just go through it quickly. Anton did it to where it would help people stay inside. So every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, he would have people help him start his live. And it would be anybody can come up, talk about anything. So it's free range. So people will be arguing. We had some ratchet fights, girls, men, but
that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. But it was like from 10 p.m. at night to like 7 in the morning. So imagine anybody can come up on panel, debate, argue, curse each other out.
And the later it gets, the crazy people.
The later it gets, the crazier it was. So yeah, but it was good, entertaining times. But
Yo, Q, let me shout my stuff out real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, I'm so sorry, Curtis.
You forgot about it, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so sorry. I missed my bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
My Instagram is right there. Everybody can check that out. But I do have a YouTube channel called True Radio. We just about to start season 3, so everybody go subscribe to it. It's gonna be a banger. So appreciate it.
I'm so sorry.
You good?
But shout out to everybody that came in on panel. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a great night in the chat. Make sure you hit the